I dropped teen crime in my hood 22% in my program.
That's a fact.
Did you hear
statistics.
Look. Say it again.
Drop crime, 22%.
Drop teen crime 22% in the projects 22%. Where I'm from.
Word.
In the year.
Like I said, he made the streets safer for me to walk around.
Inmate at Travis County Correctional Complex. This call is subject to recording and monitoring, and your location information may be collected and used by corrections and law enforcement personnel. To accept this free call, press 1.
Locked up, catch your get shocked up. Jammed up with the guard, catch your wreck out in the yard, cause we jammed up. Locked up, catch your get shocked up. Jammed up with the guard, catch your wreck out in the yard, cause we jammed up.
Order!
Wreck out. You are now tapping into the frequencies of JammedUp Journals. And I'm your host, Big Prof.
Who else?
The Podfather.
What else?
Mr. Hoffa.
Tell him.
Manta Hoffa.
Who else?
Mustafa Hoffa. The king of the fucking jungle, man. And I'm here with my co-defendant,
RocTheBlock.
What else?
AKA the Black Viking. Cause I eat thunder and I crack lightning.
And you know, we want to remind yourselves to do yourself the favor. Don't clock in if you can't do the labor. You know what I'm saying? Rock, you stand with them.
Listen, I tell them, you either stand on it or I can't stand with you.
And that's a fact, Jack. And you know, we are some ex-cons who have finally been reinvigorated,
rehabilitated,
reassimilated,
and relocated back into the free world.
Facts.
973, fuck the free world, man.
There goes another fucking institutionalized motherfucker, man. But you know, it is what it is. You know, you're gonna come across all kinds of people. But Rock, you know, the show is based off of one thing, bro. It's to give niggas the motivation and inspiration, bro.
And the hope to do better and change their life.
And that's a fact, Jack. Like, you gotta change the narrative, man. You can't have a revolving door going around over and over. So
you gotta be the change yourself, because nothing gonna change for you.
No doubt. So we want y'all to take a journey with us and see what's going on and get educated. You know what I'm saying? Because PEACE stands for proper education, always correcting error.
Message.
There's a lot of situations dealing with underage kids, right?
Word.
You know what I mean? The youth. And of course, you know, the youth is our future, right?
But they also the wild ones out here.
They're also the wild ones. But now we got to ask ourselves, why are they the wild ones? You know what I'm saying? Is it a natural thing, or is it how you came up? You know, when you have a lack of a parent, you know, these things can be detrimental to the child's, you know, growth. And
the lack of things, you know what I'm saying? When we was in the hood, same shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's a fact. And that's why I want to talk about this kid, man. His name is Lionel Tate.
Okay.
Now, Lionel Tate was this 11-year-old kid that, at the time of the situation, he was an 11-year-old kid living in Broward County in Florida, right? And Lionel was a son of a military family. So he moved around a lot. Parents was, you know, going, you know, serving for the country, you know, and he kind of grew up, you know, bouncing around, you know, not really having a stability. Yeah. So
he was an army kid.
He was an army kid.
I know that.
His mother was basically taking care of this girl named Tiffany Unick, right? Tiffany's mother and Lionel's mother were friends. So she took care of her friend's daughter. She was a 6-year-old girl, 48 pounds, lightweight. Just a little fucking girl, you know what I mean? And Lionel Tate was a 12-year-old kid, about 148 pounds, 156 pounds, a big boy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the situation, as it says publicly in documents, right, public record, you know, Lionel Tate was kind of like a child who was, quote unquote, a little bully in school. Right, I don't know if this is true, but this is what's, you know, said about him. And when his mother was taking care of this girl, Tiffany Unick, long story short, she was dead. You know, so let's go to the point where nobody knows what's happening at that exact moment. Police come and they see this girl dead. Now, Lionel says that she ate some food because they all ate dinner and she just like threw up and died. You know what I mean? So they called the police, they came, they picked her up and they suspected no foul play. So they were like, yo, the little girl's dead, you know, natural causes.
They're gonna do the autopsy.
The autopsy. So now the next day they do an autopsy and this girl, Tiffany Unick, got like over 35 fucking injuries around her body. You know what I'm saying? So there's no way that there was any natural causes, you know? So now the motherfucking police is doing an investigation on you know, the death, you know? Yeah. So now they consider it a homicide. So it's for sure it's a homicide. And they bring Lionel Tate in for questioning. But the thing about Florida laws is that you don't have to have your parents with you to be questioned as an underage teen.
And they try you as an adult, as a kid.
So that's the part that kind of made it real crazy. So Lionel starts giving his speech and, you know, he's saying like, oh, now he's saying that they're play fighting. You know what I mean? When yesterday it was, you know, she ate something and she just died. So now it's like, now they're suspecting foul play. So now he gets arrested and charged for murder, right? So now the prosecutors are building their case. The defense has their case. And the defense is saying that, you know, it was an accident because they were playing wrestling and he was doing some wrestling moves, watching WWE or whatnot. You know what I mean? And that wasn't consistent with what he said when he was interrogated without a parent around, right? So now the prosecutor's saying that he had motive because he mentioned something about toys and, you know, growing up without a parent, he wanted Tiffany Unick, the victim's mother, to kind of raise him and be caring. He wanted her toys. So they said the motive was that if Lionel takes Tiffany out, he could have her spot as a child with toys and so on and so forth. So it was a crazy situation, but now what makes it even crazier is that Lionel Tate, Catherine Tate, she was also a fucking state trooper. So she was in the law enforcement, right? And she says to the prosecutor that offered her son 3 years in the youth house. But she said, no, my son is innocent. So now her 11-year-old son, who's now 12 in a court trial, is taking it to trial. And if he loses,
which you will,
he's going to get first degree instead of copping out and getting second degree with 3 years of time. So now if he fights it and goes to trial, he's going to get charged as a first degree and get life without parole. You know what that is? Life without fucking parole?
All right. Life without the possibility of parole, or just
life without parole?
Yeah.
This is extreme. You know what I'm saying? So now is when the situation is getting kind of rough, you know, and they was able to, you know, prove that the child got beat up for 5 minutes, you know, head trauma, you know, brain fragments lingering. Her liver was floating. You know what I mean? So in January 25th, 2001, you know, he got sentenced to life in prison without parole. You know what I'm saying? And that's, you know, imagine, bro, a 12-year-old kid getting sentenced to life in prison without parole. You know, that's the question that I ask y'all, like, at what age do we, because there's people who committed murders at 26 and get 30, 40 years. So why did this 12-year-old kid get sentenced to life without parole? Which is my question. And I want y'all to answer.
There's a lot of factors into that shit. Kid was black, right?
Kid was black.
Yeah, all right. There's a lot of, that's
you know, and he was a big kid, so I don't know if they, you know.
But you know, you gotta look at it from both sides. Like I tell you, you can't look at shit one side. Like, but that was your daughter.
Yeah. You would want that person gone.
You don't want to hear nothing. You know
but so why is it that certain people, adults in their 20s, commit murders and get 30 years? Was it to the way the crime was committed? Yeah. Was it the crime itself? Was it the stance that you took against the prosecutors?
Regardless of not, it's accidental because I don't think the kid planned to do that shit. So well, I don't think he deserves life in jail. But juvenile life was what, 7, 8 years?
Yeah. 7 years, but they didn't try him as a juvenile. Yeah, they tried him as an adult. Now, mind you, once he got locked up for life with no parole, right after the conviction and the sentencing, he spent 3 days as a 12-year-old in an adult prison. You know what that is? For a 12-year-old in an adult prison. That means he was around 40-year-olds that were lifers.
Bro, he's going to maximum. This is not going to be a problem.
Y'all understanding this? Now, where do you draw the line from someone being competent and not competent? And this is what the appeal led into in 2003. So in December of 2003, they hired a new lawyer and they fought for an appeal. And the defense was that he was too young to understand and have, you know, competent level of mind frame. And the judge, you know, they gave him that. They said that, you know what, he was too young. He couldn't, you know, understand. And then he fought it and they gave him another plea deal. They said, we're going to give you 3 years, which time served, right? We're going to give you 1 year house arrest, and then we're going to give you 10 years on paper. So he didn't make the same mistake twice.
Yeah.
He took the fucking plea deal. He walked out in 2004. He walked out after.
He in there?
He was in there for 3 years.
3 years, so he came home 15. From
something like that.
From grown man jail to. I would have took it too. Shit.
But he was the first. He was the youngest kid ever to get life in prison without parole. But now we got a little.
Comes down to a lot of shit, man. Class.
It comes up to the upbringing he had, in my opinion. Yeah. You know what I mean? Whether
I heard a story about a rich kid that was like 8, 9, or 10, whatever. He took his father's car and he ran mad people over, like 6 people, killed them all.
Yeah.
And the parents,
rich kid.
He didn't even serve a day in jail. When he went to court, his defense was that he was so rich that he didn't know what right or wrong was because he never had to.
Now,
he never had to. He never had
he was
to like
incompetent of understanding the real world,
and understanding what right or wrong was. So by him running people over, well, he just thought that's what he can do because he's had everything given to him in his life. You know,
that's a sense of entitlement right there. That's entitlement.
But a person that's from the whatever don't know nothing, make a mistake, they bend you with the. With everything, so you know,
it's levels to this shit.
It's levels to this shit. It's not just race; it's money, it's class, where you from, who you know.
But now, dig this, right? So Lionel Tate, convicted as the youngest person to serve life in prison without parole, gets released 4 years later, and he's a free man with the conditions of having 10 years on parole, right?
Yeah.
But now 8 months later, guess what happens?
Caught up with some shit.
Violated his probation. No, his parole. He got caught a couple blocks away from his house at 2 a.m. with a 4-inch blade. That's a violation. Because he was on house arrest, remember, 4 years. So he gets caught 8 months later. That's a violation
of the house arrest. 10-year back number.
10-year back number. So now they give him another motherfucking deal. They reinstate him. They add another 5 years, but a 0 tolerance. So he can't catch no charges. There's nothing that he can get. 10 went into a 15. 10 went into a 15, and he's getting more numbers. But now he did some goofy shit, bro. In 2005, he gets locked up for robbing the pizza man for $33 worth of pizza. 4 fucking pizza pies, bro.
And that's what you call it a rap at, you know what I'm saying?
And that's what you call it a rap because, he did this, got caught up again, and he did it with a gun. So now it's an armed robbery, right? So now that this armed robbery, he confessed to having the gun. He didn't want to tell him where he bought it from or where he got rid of it at, but he did admit to having a gun. So since they couldn't get him on a $33 fucking pizza pie, theft, because that's petty money, they got him on the gun. And since he confessed to it, now they gave him 30 years. 30 fucking years. And this is, man. But then it's like, you got to look at 2 sides of the coin too. It's he did mistakes and he got a second chance. He got a second chance, no doubt. But then he also was brought up in a third chance. Like, imagine being 11, 12, 13 years old, serving your time. You've been to prison with adults. Now you're going to a juvenile for a murder and you facing life. He probably didn't give a fuck at that moment. He was like, I'm done. I'm thugging it all the way. No, but I'm not condoning it. But I'm saying, what's the mind frame of the child?
Back number's 15. He's not a child no more, my dude. He came out with 15.
He
already processed the shit. So the next 2 things he did, he was probably 16 and 17.
So in your opinion, the trauma, the lifestyle that he dealt with growing up and being in those institutions doesn't change his mind frame to act like this as an adult? That's what I'm saying. That's tough. Because, he shouldn't be doing it. We know that, right? But when you fucked up in the head from a youth.
I can't really agree, or I can't be on the side with that because, you got opportunities. You was going to go to jail for life. Don't nobody get an opportunity from no possibility of no parole. You understand what I'm saying? When they hit you with that shit, that's like you die in jail. They tell you, look, you got 1,000 years without the possibility of parole. When you die, your body stay there. All right? Your great grandkids got to come get you and shit.
That's tough, man. That's tough.
And you actually get to go home, and then you like, hey.
The one thing I will say is this.
Pick up the pizza guy.
One thing I'll say is this. I can't relate to being locked up for 3 years bids.
I can relate to being stupid 11, 12.
Yeah, but so that's the question that I ask y'all. Like, where do we draw the line from somebody who's competent to understand this, or where is it not? You know what I mean? And, you know, we're going to roll a clip and show you what, you know, what happened right here, man.
July 28th, 1999, Broward County, Florida. 12-year-old Lionel Tate is at home with his mother. Also there is 6-year-old Taylor Unick. That night, Kathleen is feeling a little tired. She decides to head upstairs and lay down. About 45 minutes would pass. That's when Lionel came up to Kathleen's room. He said that Taylor wasn't breathing. She immediately called 911 for help, but tragically, 6-year-old Taylor Unick would pass away less than an hour later. Lionel would initially say that Taylor complained of a stomach ache that night. He claimed that at some point she became sick. Police believed his story at first. They thought that Taylor may be choked to death and this was all accidental. However, an autopsy performed the next day would quickly prove this theory wrong. The medical examiner found a number of injuries on Taylor's body. The injuries were so severe, detectives felt they had to have been intentional. With this development, police had new questions for Lionel and his mother, Kathleen. Lionel said that at some point, he tried a few wrestling moves on Taylor. With the size difference between the two, Taylor's brutal injuries were now making sense. Lionel Tate was arrested and charged with first-degree murder. At first, Lionel was offered a deal. He would plead guilty to second-degree murder. A sentence of 3 years would be imposed, and he would serve his time in a juvenile prison. Kathleen opted to move forward with the trial and take their chances against the jury. Much to her surprise, a guilty verdict was returned. Lionel Tate would go on to be sentenced to life in prison. This made him the youngest person in the U.S. to receive such a punishment. Kathleen Tate, along with a slew of supporters, would fight for Lionel's release. And in 2004, their work would pay off. Lionel's conviction was overturned. He now had the option to accept the same 3-year plea deal that Kathleen had turned down. This was meant to be a second chance for Lionel, the opportunity to move forward and piece together a somewhat normal life. Just over a year later, in May of 2005, Lionel would ultimately admit to possessing a gun while on probation. He took a plea deal that came with a 30-year prison sentence. There's a lot of mixed emotions on this case. Of course, Taylor Unick's passing was a tragedy. No one deserves to go out that way, especially an innocent 6-year-old girl. But some feel that Lionel was a victim as well, that perhaps his initial prison sentence set him up for failure. Overall, this is a sad story that ended with many lives destroyed forever.
Man, it's horrible to see things like that, you know, with Lionel Tate, you know, because that's kind of like, you know, it sets the tone for the rest of your life, having that kind of experience as a youngin'. So,
man, you know, it's what happens to us in America, man. The system is systematic, you know.
Yeah, but you know, even again too, you know, it's a setting that we put in as parents too, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where sometimes you don't even intentionally mean that, you know, but you're not aware of that you're causing this kind of, you know, reaction from a kid. So,
hold your head up. Hold your head up, bro. You know what I mean?
I want to go into a little advertisement, man. I have a amazing friend by the name of Michelle. She got Queen Leech candles, and it's a high quality infused organic wax, a lavender scent. Pull that joint out.
Word.
Open that shit up, man.
Like the case.
You know, the intentions are not to, you know, enhance your experience, but to really brew a creativity. You know what I'm saying?
Gold flakes
she got gold flakes in there. You know what I'm saying? So this is weed. That's
my kind of swag. You don't really know.
Let's light one of these joints up real quick.
About to pop the other one.
No, we're gonna save that other one for a little gift right there.
All right. Oh, yeah, it's gonna be a gift to me.
So right here, man, shout out to Queen Leech. If you want to be at home, you know, relax and get a good energy going on, you know, there's some weed infused candles.
Queen Leech, hook the brother up. I need some of these.
She gonna have it out everywhere, so, you know, y'all stay tuned. But now, also dig, man, on the same note of, you know, dealing with this thing with Lionel Tate and understanding, you know, what a parent's reaction, you know, influence can be on a kid's life.
Yes, definitely.
I got our next two guests. You know who these guys are.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
He's
man.
a legendary brother that I've known for a long time, man. Actually, one of the first times that I met him was with my little brother, D-Mob. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, D-Mob. I love you so much. Devin Rodriguez. And I remember meeting this brother right here with him back in the, I don't know how many fucking years ago, bro. But yeah, man, this guy's a legendary MC.
Legendary.
Who is tokened as the youngest Latino rapper to come out. Which is a fucking... Soulja Boy can't do that. Soulja Boy can't do that, my nigga.
You gonna have Soulja Boy.
Soulja Boy gonna say he half Dominican. He said, I'm half Dominican. I'm the youngest nigga. But yo, shout out to my next guest, and we're gonna introduce him right now. We got Tito Grahamz and his son, Noah Ashton, coming to the motherfucking set. Let's go, baby.
Stand up, baby.
My man T. What's up, brother? What's up? Young blood. My man. Thank you for pulling up. You over here, let him come right over here, man. Hey, yo, Thank you for coming on the set.
Good.
Man.
I appreciate
You know, we've been trying to get you in here for a little second. You know, I knew that you was one of the people that I had to tap in with. Like I understood that years ago, you know, and I've ran through a lot of encounters with different artists, you know what I'm saying? And there's certain artists that I'm like, man, that guy got a gift, and I can't approach him until, you know, things are correct, because, you know, sometimes you don't want to waste favors, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know.
Definitely.
That's a gift. That's a gift and a curse with me too.
No doubt.
That's a gift and a curse. Some people get intimidated to approach and shit.
And that's one of the things that I never wanted to do. But before we really start off into this interview, thank y'all for coming to the show.
Word, definitely.
Man, I want y'all
Thank y'all.
No, man, it's this vice versa. I want y'all to rep y'all hood and let us know where you come from. Who are you? In a quick
well,
note.
you know, like I was explaining before, I come from two places. I'm a New York, New Jersey
houses.
cat. You know what I'm saying? So I come from East New York. I was born in Hoboken. We always bridge that gap. So when you get that Jersey, New York bridge, that comes from us.
You shooting up and down the
but
path.
I mean, a lot of the street, you know, what goes on in the street back then in the early 80s, early 90s that bring Jersey together, like we had something to do with that.
Yeah,
100%. You know what I'm saying? Like my older brothers, you know, they ran the streets a lot and they kind of bridged the gap between Jersey and Brooklyn, and you know, that's where that connection comes from. So I kind of keep that. I kind of keep that still.
I've always tried. What's funny is that I did the same exact thing. Like I used to bring all my niggas from Union City to my block in Brooklyn. You know what I mean? And we used to link up with them, and you know, vice versa. They used to come out here and go down the shore. You know, so you had a lot of experience growing up in East New York, but you being a lot younger, where was your experiences from?
So kind of like what he said, it was like Hoboken in East New York.
So you stayed on the same,
yeah.
on the
So
same
it was
vibe,
like
the same
most of the
circuit.
time I was staying with him, and then next thing you know, I was spending a lot of time over in Hoboken with my mother and shit like that. But it was always back and forth, like. Get what I'm saying?
So you got the best of both worlds.
Yeah,
as well,
honestly.
New York is, man, you know, it's
both
the capital
crazy
of the
on both
world.
sides.
That's actually a good thing, man. You
sides.
get both, you know what I'm saying, both your parents in your life, man, guide you to be a great young man, you know what I'm saying?
So, bro, you're fucking token as the youngest Latino rapper.
That shit is, I think, what, 1995?
Well,
I was 15. I was 14, 15.
No, hold on. But I'm going back to the Beat Nuts album.
The Beat Nuts album was 93.
So now you was younger than 15.
Yeah.
So that's a different. Come on, you gotta give yourself respect for that. But this man was doing it at the age of
13. I was found by Psycho Les. Psycho Les came up to me when we was outside the club.
I saw weed to Psycho Les.
My brother used to take me to the clubs at like 12, 13.
I remember when the Beat Nuts, they used to hang out in Union City.
And I met Psycho Les, and my brother was like, yo, my brother rap. He was like, yeah, I bring him to the studio. I went up there. I was with Curious George, Ice-T. Word. And I spit on that track, but they didn't keep my shit. They just kept my intro. So in the album, you just hear me. You hear my voice and you hear me represent, you know, who I am and where I'm from. But they didn't keep the
verse.
Probably the best thing they ever did though.
I doubt it.
My verse was ass, probably. Bro.
I mean,
oh my
but
God.
the experience is what.
Word, yeah, I was already.
And I know you could probably attest to this now, being you're like actually going through it. The journey. Man.
Yeah,
the journey is the biggest part. You know, all the fucking sales and all this and that. You know, their contributions, their trophies. But the journey is.
I feel him though, because I don't like none of my old shit. Even from like 12 years old.
Nobody do.
Yeah, I be like, bro, turn that shit.
You know, sometimes I appreciate the mind frame I was in. To be like, damn, look, I grew. Like,
this
look
fool
how
be
much
remembering.
I actually stopped doing music. I actually stopped doing music when Noah started rapping.
Yo, you know what's crazy?
Once I seen that he had a talent, I was like, you know, I'm gonna fall back.
Yeah,
that's a proud feeling, ain't that shit?
They had you in fucking. You was in the Octagon. You was in Studio 54.
Yeah,
you was in Emerald City.
Red Zone. Emerald City, word.
Those are crazy as a fucking. So what bouncers were just like, you know,
they had
he's with the rappers.
Nah, I wasn't with no rappers. This was street credibility, bro. This was no rapper shit.
What?
Yeah, nah, this is street credibility.
You know, I think about like Shaheem.
Nah,
Shaheem was. Did you ever come across Shaheem?
Funny, I did.
You did?
But later on in life.
Okay,
I met him in a bad time in his life.
Word.
Yeah,
dark time.
Yeah, I met him in a dark time in his life. Word. But shout out to him.
Yeah,
he's
shout
doing
out to
a
the
lot
rugged child, man. He got the rugged road to recovery.
I'm in one of his videos.
Oh, word? Which one?
I don't even know which one.
Yeah, so long
But I'm
ago.
in one of his videos. We did it in we was in Orlando. and I had met him in Orlando, in Florida, over there and shit. But I mean, of course, I looked up to him as a young rapper. Yeah, he was, you know, we were both in the same. I was on Video Music Box. He was on Video Music Box.
And I want to get to that. So I know you had your experience.
Remember that shit?
Yeah, what? Uncle Ralph? Uncle Ralph? Come on, man.
Yeah, shout out to Uncle Ralph. That's the big bro.
Dirty Sam. What was it? Crazy Sam. Crazy Sam.
On Thursdays. You remember that?
Bro, I met Crazy Sam and Old Dirty Bastards. I met Crazy Sam and Old Dirty Bastards because they share a birthday. And we had a crazy ass experience with them in the Zanzibar in Newark and shit. Some shit popped off. We ran over bouncers and shit.
Y'all bum rushed the club.
The club. Next thing you know, I'm on stage.
Niggas on stage, Old Dirty.
Back in the day, though, with the bouncers, it was more like we were street dudes, and they knew that, you know, we were deep. You know what I mean? And they knew it was a problem. You know, so it would just be like, yo, we in here. You know, and they'll bring me in the club. All the time.
So now, fast forward just a couple years. Now you get introduced to Jungle Sound.
Jungle Sounds.
So now that
was my record deal. That was 15.
That was your record deal. So now that's what I said. Let's fast forward a couple years from the MakeTheCutt situation, right? You get into this record deal. Now, what kind of deal was this set up? Like,
I don't even know, bro.
Too young to even understand it, right?
I was 15 years old. We had an opportunity to get a record done. I had met a guy named Dante in a record store. So he did the records. They know records. A record store knows records. So he's like, yo, I could get it popping. I could get you on the radio. We're going to get it popping. So I got Through Many Minds was the guy that put me in with the group Down and Dirty Tribe. It was a group deal. It was a group deal. So they put me in that group because of my background with the Beat Nuts. So they put me in that group and then we did the deal, that single deal. And I don't even know what it was. I just signed it, and they probably owe me money.
But
they probably do.
Did your parents have to come in this house?
Nah. I didn't have parenting. Nah, I didn't have parenting.
Shit, crazy. And then you got even. I heard you was even on Funkmaster Flex back then.
But yep, Funkmaster Flex and Battle the Beats with Angie Martinez.
Angie Martinez. Yep.
We won 4. We won 4 straight.
That's
crazy.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Nigga, I remember. You ever heard of Big Dog? He did 1-900 Hustler for Hove. He did Lights, Cameras, Action.
Big Dog, that's the big bro. That's the homie.
Yeah. Big Dog.
They know, he know me.
That's what's up. Big Dog produced one joint on my album, and I remember when I
met
first
him in
D&D. D&D, Primo.
That studio.
Yeah. Dave and some other nigga there. But I remember he won Beast of the East with Mr. Cheeks and Cannabis. Cannabis his first joint.
Yeah.
5 days on fucking Battle of the Beats. So to win 4, to go 4 days on Battle of the Beats, it's like this is
like
90s and shit right here. This is 90s, like
we was fucking it up.
He's like, I don't even remember. I was on that shit.
I mean, the sad part about it is that we didn't have like no management. You know, if we had management behind that,
but you know
it
what?
would have been big.
You know,
we just had a song on the radio, my nigga. That's it.
But you had the energy. You know, but you know, sometimes I look at it like this too, right? Like, because I'm a person who, you know, I've done a lot of my own mistakes. You know what I'm saying? And I've been putting records together for fucking decades, like literally decades. Since the '90s, I've been doing shit with like. Got songs with Wu-Tang niggas, you know, since then, you know what I mean? And for me, that was like a big fucking monumental, mind-blowing situation.
Yeah.
But a lot of the shit was kind of guiding myself. You know what I mean? And understanding how I've made a lot of mistakes within my own lifestyle, within drug addictions, within criminal behavior. You know, all these things set me back. You know what I'm saying? What your man said, Hope did that. So hopefully you don't got to go through that.
But the whole thing about it is learn from your mistakes and advancing your betterness.
And the beauty about what I see of whatever you're attesting to and saying how you did certain things or didn't have the mind frame to do certain things, now it's like resurrect through the birth of my son and live again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I didn't want him to rap. I didn't want him to rap.
I mean, you ain't even want him to spit.
Nah.
Because it's kind of like you setting yourself up to be a target once you're a celebrity.
Not only that, it was just like, you know the journey. You know what I'm saying? You want to put your kid through that journey.
What was your mind frame?
He did it on his own. As soon as I seen.
I always had the mindset, but they instilled in me the mindset, him and my mother, like I could do whatever I want to do. So it was just like, I'm gonna do what I want to do. I could do it.
So now tell me your first memories of being introduced to the culture.
So
for me, I remember mine. So was there a moment that was like, yo,
you want to do this?
Yo, I ain't trying to go to the playground no more. I'm too big.
I mean, like, like growing up, I was always in the studio with him, or like I was always around some musical environment. Like even my boys' parents, like they rap too and stuff like that. So feel me, like feel me. So like it's like everybody like.
So you didn't want him to rap, but you took him along on the journey.
Feel me? He had me around everything. I'm at video shoots. I'm at shows. You feel me? So I'm just like I was always super.
What I mean to say, not that I didn't want him to rap. I didn't want to force it on him.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be like, write this rap.
I hear what you're saying.
I never put a pen and pad something and be like, yo, make a rap. I never did that.
That makes sense.
That makes a whole lot of sense. Definitely.
I let him choose what he wanted to do.
I told my son, I said, "You gonna fucking spit this verse?"
Because I tried.
It's like
shout out to my son right here.
It's like that.
I put him in basketball, karate, all that shit. He didn't, it
it's
wasn't
like that. Yeah, it's like when your
clicking.
parents will be like, "Yo, look, play basketball, play football," but your heart not really in that.
Yeah.
So they're forcing you to do something that you don't have your heart in.
Yeah,
I like to make like.
He found his own way. It just happened to be something.
And that's organic.
It just happened to be something that's a chip off the old block. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I like to express myself. Like, sports was cool and shit, but like, feel me? I like art. Feel me? I always knew, like,
art
especially growing up around it when you young, and that's what what you see, and that's how you feel me. That's the cool shit.
Hip hop is the ultimate foundation of creation, bro.
But he kept me young though. As he grew up, he let me know. Like he put me on an ASAP, Uzi. He started putting me on to these.
My little son do the same thing.
Nigga, my son be hearing shit. I relate. But you know what surprises me is that like, and it surprises me in such a positive way. Where I'm like, fuck, bro. Like you, right? Tito Grahamz. Been involved with so many things and still had the mind frame to maneuver to not get caught up in a certain way, right? Because from my understanding, you haven't been locked up.
No.
And that's what...
Well, I've been locked up, but not kept. I've never been kept. I've never been...
You got bailed out and shit like that.
Not even. I actually got locked up with my son, with him.
That's a rite of passage right there.
So Dad, what the fuck?
Like you are now blessed to the streets.
That's just
I came across a lot of law shit, you know what I'm saying? But I've never been locked up or put in a jail or went to court or fought a case, none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? But I've been detained for being in the mix.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So you've been caught up, you've been jammed up, but you was able to...
I've been targeted by police brutality. You know, because we had a crew when I was younger. We had a drug crew in the streets. So that's where my credibility comes from to go into hip hop and be respected by dudes in hip hop because they know where I come from. They know I really put pain out there. You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, it's the motherfuckers that go to jail are the ones who fucked up because ain't nobody's part of the plan to go to jail. That's not part of the plan. You know what I mean? But you know what? There's some niggas that
part of the plan, but it happens, man.
It happens. No, it happens. But I don't say like today I'm getting locked up.
No, word.
So, you know, with me.
Learn from them.
Yo, hold up. Before we go further, I'm gonna keep it 1,000, bro. And this, sometimes I'm embarrassed to say things, right? But if I don't control the narrative, then y'all will. I ain't about to let somebody else tell my story. You know what I mean? Because another motherfucker's gonna tell my story the way he wants me to look. And I'm gonna tell my story the way it was and the truth, bearing it naked. You know what I mean? And I just said a motherfucker don't plan to get locked up.
Well, you know what they say.
Hold up.
Your side.
Hold up.
Their side and the truth.
But no, that's not even the point that I'm trying to say. I ain't even gonna hold y'all because I gotta keep it 1,000 for the youth, bro. Nigga, there was a time where I was praying to get locked up.
Some niggas is
just for the experience.
I already had all the experiences. Matter of fact, when I was praying to get locked up is the last time I got locked up. And I was already tired.
You couldn't stand outside.
I was tired.
Outside was beating you up.
I was tired, yo. I was like, yo, I'm done with this shit, bro.
I know people like that.
I'm ripping and running. You know what I mean? I'm getting high.
I know a few
I'm
motherfuckers
robbing niggas. I'm doing all kinds of wild shit.
I know,
Every day is a robbery.
And then he found himself locked up in Texas.
I think, and not to dissect you or nothing like that. I'm speaking as an OG. but maybe you just couldn't at the moment. And from what I seen from my peers that went through that, where they couldn't handle responsibility at that time in their life, so they looked to jail. And jail is where you don't really have to be responsible for anyone else but yourself and your safety. So when you take yourself outside of regular life, you ain't got to pay no rent. You ain't got no girl.
3 bills in the cot.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people I know that begged to go to jail was because of that.
Yo,
they didn't want the responsibility of everyday life.
Yo, you know what's crazy?
When
I grew up, when I was living in Brooklyn, my neighbor, Elmo, he was like, "Oh man, it's winter time. Woo! About to go to Raycuts. You know what I mean? Cool out for the winter, come back in the summer." I was like, "What the fuck?"
I was like, "Yo, what?" I got homies that went to jail.
How the
came
fuck
home. When they went to jail, they went home. When they came home, they went to jail.
Yo,
you know what I'm saying?
fresh out, ain't gonna go back.
Like
Shout
that.
out
Like,
to Mr.
it's
Commodore,
weird.
man.
Like, I got a man, my man, fucking Los and shit. This nigga, I know that nigga more for being locked up than seeing him in the streets. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, to answer your
20
question,
years,
though,
I know him 3.
my main thing was to be like a leader. You know, I was always led my own path. You know what I'm saying?
No,
I didn't.
No doubt. No
yeah,
doubt.
I didn't
see
really.
that's what I see.
Word. And
Follow
I
the
had
crowd,
friends.
yeah.
I had friends that I looked up to. I had friends that I wanted to be like. I had friends that were tougher than me. You know what I'm saying? But when it came down to the nitty gritty, I knew how to separate myself and put myself in situations. You know what I mean?
And that's
to
what
not
I said, like,
get locked up.
Wisdom,
You know,
to be able to maneuver
Yeah.
around that shit. And nigga, I done wild shit being on the road at 2021. You was rocking with, you know, YBT, man.
Yeah,
Young Black Teenagers.
yeah.
And Black Moon. Shout out to the BDIMC Buckshot. You know what I mean? Nothing
Rest
love,
in
but
peace to
love
my
for-
brother Sean. And that's
Sean P.
Buckshot's
Sean
stepbrother.
P, man.
No, not Sean P.
Oh, Sean.
Buckshot, Buckshot's stepbrother. Like his family was a brother of mine through that era of when I was young.
Back then, yeah.
He's the one that introduced me to Buckshot. He's the one that put me onto Buckshot.
You know what? I got a crazy.
My bro Sean. He just passed away of cancer.
Damn, that's crazy. And I know he just posted a post that I was confused about Valletta Wallace and then a brother or something. But shout out to Sean, to Buckshot. But you was you did tours with Young Black Teenagers and Black Moon.
Nah, I did a few shows with Black Moon.
Okay. So you was able to rock on the same stage with them?
Correct.
At a young age?
Yeah.
Which I know if I had crazy experiences in my 20s, you had these experiences.
Young Black Teenagers, I didn't have a song at this time. I had raps. But it was my street credibility. Like we had niggas holding them down too. Like, you know what I'm saying? So niggas is like, yo, shorty rap. So when one person in Young Black Teenagers wasn't able to make the show, I'll be doing his part at the show.
Oh, okay.
Word.
You know who YBT is?
So
Young Black Teenagers pop the bottle in, twist the cap.
All right, so the last dude in that song never made it to the shows.
Oh,
so
man.
I did his part. You know what I'm saying? So
that's crazy.
And when they used to put me on the stage, the girls would go nuts.
That nigga was doing his
So they was like, yo, we need to bring him again. They need to bring him again. So that's kind of like I jacked that.
No, I know that. That's new to me.
I jacked it.
When you was on stage, when you was young, bro, that tension was the shit. You know
That's what drove me to.
What? That's a high.
Then I started to
perform.
Then I started to write my raps after that.
Oh, so yeah.
Yo, nigga, I was on stage with 50 Cent when he did "What Up, Blood? What Up, Cuz?" I ain't even have a microphone, but nigga, I was standing next to this nigga and this, "What up, nigga?" I know that stage.
Bro, listen, I had like 4 raps in my rap book ever in my life.
Back then, you used to count.
And I was already in the loop.
Yeah, you know what? Let me take this one out. I got a new 5. I got a new 10 verses. That's wild, man.
I didn't have
You know what's crazy is that I know a lot of Jersey artists, bro, that should have been on and all that shit. We just suffer from the crab in the bucket syndrome, man. You know what I'm saying? Nobody want to see the next man shine, and nobody want to open the doors for the next man, whatever.
Hold up, there's a story we missed out though. The story when I got locked up with my son.
Come on, let's get to it. So it wasn't just some regular dumb shit.
So
it was Puerto Rican parade.
Y'all had matching bracelets.
It was Puerto Rican parade. Wait a minute. I took him out with me to the Puerto Rican parade.
Ooh, what year?
I think that was like 2008. Hell no, that was like 2013.
It was a while back. All right. So anyway, it was Chris Rivers and Terminologist. Chris Rivers and Terminologist. Shout out to them. They were doing a record together. And and they were shooting a video at the Puerto Rican parade at this time. So I went out there and shit. We was chilling. And I figured it would be cool, you know, for my son to meet Chris Rivers. I used to be with Pun.
I wanted to get into that. You was in the studio with Pun.
Yeah, hell yeah. His whole first album.
Heavy Punishment, nigga.
It's one of my top 3 rappers.
And what he said,
I figured it'd be dope to introduce them, you know what I'm saying? So I went up there, we went, boom, introduced them, whatever. We had the video shoot. And Chris happened to take him to like McDonald's to go fucking use the bathroom or something. So as they went to use the bathroom, I was rolling a blunt. And police popped up on me, boom. So I'm like, damn, I'm like, yo, it's like just a blunt, I'll crush it. Like, and he's like, nah, we gotta take you in. I'm like, nah, but I got my son with me. I'm like, yo, my son by himself. Like, they like, nah, we taking you. So the niggas took me. They like, look, if you ain't got a warrant, you be all right. You come back out. So I knew my son was good. He was with some friends of mine.
Yeah, but
I was trying to get out that jam.
Now. I'm like 13 at the time.
Now the different side of the story. The different side.
Now we leave. I think it was McDonald's or something like that. We coming back or whatever. And feel me, I'm 13, so I guess niggas got the impression I'm like dumb or some shit like that. You feel me? So we get back to the spot. I'm like, where my father at? Like, what the fuck? And niggas is telling me all different stories. I'm like, bro, my father's not just gonna leave me with y'all niggas. Like, you feel me? He not gonna up and leave.
That's like when you tell your kids your dad's away in school.
Yeah, nah, like, bro,
jammed up the whole time.
He ain't gonna just leave me with y'all. Feel me?
Yeah.
But
he knows that I wouldn't just leave the side.
Like, I know he not just gonna leave me. Feel me?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I forgot who told me. I think Vic Shades told me. He's like, bro, the police just grabbed you. He's like, bro, I think. He's like, yo, they just grabbed your father, bro. Like,
he got in a box with you, though. At least you're the only nigga that
they trying to tell me he went.
So niggas had me in the pen with 2 Dominican dudes.
Where they took it? 107th Street?
It was in Uptown.
Oh, you went? No.
I was in the Uptown Puerto Rican parade.
Oh, okay.
So whatever precinct is that,
so you know that's what they do though, because they take you to
they help me.
No, but they'll take you to you go to the precinct. Then you go to this other spot on like 125th. On 125th, they gather all the people and then bring them down.
Well, they put me to a listen. They put me in a cell.
It's like
they
Miami.
put me in a cell and they like, look, we're gonna run your name and see if you got a warrant. So I'm like, I'm good. I ain't got no fucking warrant. Like,
ain't tripping.
Like, whatever. I'm out of here. Wow. So I'm telling the 2 Dominican niggas, they about to go.
You're about to be out.
Like, it's shit. Nothing. Guy comes back, yo, you got a warrant, papi. What? I was like, oh, hell no.
Nobody want to hear that shit. You start thinking about the shit you did.
Like, damn, bologna sandwich is fucked.
I know damn,
mustard.
I'm like, you niggas spelled my name wrong or something. You better go back in there and reevaluate that
shit. So this what happened. A couple years before that, same Puerto Rican parade.
Oh, nigga.
We get pulled
up. What you doing in the PR parade on time?
I was rallying. Come on, son.
Niggas
so, same Puerto Rican parade. We was with a bunch of dudes. We get rolled up by the police. My man has a warrant. So the police was like, yo, I either give you a ticket or your friend's going to jail. Which one you want to do? So I'm like, give me the ticket. I'll take the ticket. Fuck it. You know, I don't want my boy to go to jail. I'll take the ticket. But I didn't give him my address. I just gave him my name. So that ticket
ended up turning into a warrant. Oh, you forgot all about that because you thought you was just. You thought you got off on the slick. I remember doing that shit.
Yeah, because I gave him my passport. I gave him my passport, so there's no address on the passport.
Oh yeah.
So anyway, we go. I'm talking to the cop. I'm like, yo, bro, I think my brother, he passed away and shit. So I'm like, I think my brother used the alias. He's a heroin addict. He be in the street. You know, he probably got caught up, open bottle, and fucking threw my name down. He's like, I'm like, I don't do that shit. I'm fucking.
Yo, this candle, you smell the candle? It's just rocking right now.
So long story short,
shout out to Queen Meech.
Yeah, long story short. The cop hooked me up. He checked my shit again and he expunged that shit, whatever. And I got out same day and met up with my son and went home.
Damn,
he was like,
don't
tell your mother. Don't tell your mother.
Yeah, man, listen.
But I'm not gonna lie. I think I told my mother like probably like 5 years later or something, and she was still mad about that shit. She was still mad about that shit. She's like, what?
Yeah.
She was like, why you ain't never told me that? I was like, bro, he told me that.
I was always nervous to have him hang out with me as he got older, man, because I was always in some shit.
I like the connection that you.
Yeah, man.
It gives me hope that me and my son gonna have the same vibe. When shout out my little son, Little Trap. You know what I'm saying?
You know,
what's up, Little Trap? Yeah.
Like I see the connection, man, and I love that shit. Man.
It's a mixture of letting him be himself. You know, let him be himself.
He pick up them real factors from you, and he builds his own character. And
he don't need to look up to niggas. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Because you already know his pops was the man. When your pops was the man, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta look up to nobody. You follow my lead.
But it's also a super conscious effort that you're putting to it, though, because it's not like you didn't, bro. You got a motherfucking government grant from the Department of Justice to create your own platform to be able to actually inspire the kids in the neighborhood. Like, you understand, right? Let's go back. He got a government grant to have his own program that was given to him by the Department of Justice so he could inspire and help the youth in his local neighborhoods and never denied kids that came from other neighborhoods.
Yeah, that shit still.
What?
That's crazy.
What you bugging? Are y'all niggas bugging? Then look what the man is doing and look at the outcome of it. This is what I'm trying to say. Look at the outcome of this shit.
This was 2004. I did this.
That's the outcome of this shit, bro. That's to me, bro. I got nothing but super amounts of respect for you.
I'm sure. Yo, check this out. This was 2004. We in 2022, right?
So you've been doing it since back then?
Nah, I did it for 4 years, and then after.
Nah, I don't think it was 2004. I was like 7, 8 years old.
When it started,
so I had to be like, I think that was like 2007, 2008.
Y'all hearing this, right?
That's crazy,
y'all hearing this shit, America. You know,
he made everybody. Yo,
2004.
Everybody that was in that program.
This is a message. This is a message from someone. I'm not gonna put his name out there, but there's a message. The other day they hit me up. One of the kids from that program. All the years ago. He's like, thankful for you, man. Have no idea. You told me everything I know. That's a super fact. I wouldn't do music if it wasn't for you.
Damn.
But he gave everybody that.
And that's what we said earlier in the show. Like the things that you don't have growing up, or the things that you do have growing up, influence the rest of your life. It sets a standard. You know, of course, man, I always big you up when I talk about myself, about music. And that's a fact. You did mad shit for us that nobody bring to the light, man. But I just wanted to let you know for a fact, you played a major role in my childhood and my music. That, bro.
Respect, yo.
You gotta.
Yo, big up. Yo, Jersey, stand up.
I want y'all to understand who this man is, bro. You know what I mean? Because this is, you know,
providing legacies.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
not only in your own family, but
and it's not just that kid.
Kids chances to provide their own legacy.
There's like 20 more kids like that.
No, I can imagine.
Nah,
but now let me ask you. Tell me about your experiences seeing that in particular. Like, I know obviously you must have had a participation in being influenced by it.
That for the program specifically, talking about that, like being in that program, like I was around a lot of the older. I always wanted to do music, but now since all the older kids was in the studio that he had built for me, that was the crowd that I was around. So now I'm chilling with all the older cats or whatever, rapping with them and shit like that. So it kind of like, and they all knew who my pops were. So it kind of like it gave me the leverage. Feel me? Everybody kind of just like they fucked with me and shit like that.
What I saw with my son, right? My son plays football, and I saw when my son broke his thumb, he had some screws in his shit, and during that time frame, he wasn't playing football. And I noticed a shift into his things. And I don't want to put his business out there too much, but I noticed a shift. And then I noticed when he had surgery and took the screws out, he's back at football. Then I noticed another shift. So I'm like, all right, when you occupy your time with certain positive things, you are distracted from these other street elements. So you created a platform that provided such a time frame for kids.
I dropped crime in my hood 22%.
Right
I dropped teen crime in my hood 22% in my program.
It's a fact.
Did you hear
statistics.
Say it again.
Drop crime 22%.
Drop teen crime 22% in the projects 22%. Where I'm from. In the year.
Like
so you made the street safer for me to walk around.
It's like I said, when you find something that you love, bro.
That's also what made me stop doing music too. Because I like being a part of this program. Because it was like the message I was putting out, doing my music wasn't what I was generating. You know, trying to help kids. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I can't be you know,
Talking
banging on records and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas know where I come from. You know, niggas know what I.
That is a battle. I understand that battle
because
I'm the same way. Like, you know, I talk that gangster shit, and then I try not to tell my son to do that.
Yeah.
He's 11. I don't want to push him on no guns and none of that shit because you know what I mean. But I talk about the shit that I went through and the shit that I've done, whatever. But at the same time, I don't want to push that on him because that's not his life, and I try hard, and I work hard, so that's not his life.
Yeah, and with me, we were really into like we was really into it. And, so I had to, you know what I'm saying, like make a choice.
Yeah, definitely.
So now let's go into DPTV.
DPTV Films was a journey, mostly like I dipped and dabbed after like doing music. I've always been a behind the scenes dude. So like at this point when DPTV came out was like when niggas just started doing their own videos.
Niggas shot videos for Nori.
Yeah.
In Left Rag.
Shot
videos for Fat Man Scoop.
Yeah.
PD Crack.
Waka Flocka and Baisley Projects.
And where?
Baisley Projects.
Oh man, because you know his mother, Deb, Waka Flocka's mother and father,
shout out to my boy.
Oh, they all from Baisley?
Baisley La. Shout out to Baisley La, my man Puff.
Word.
That was a crazy experience.
And
DPTV Films.
Lumi D too, right?
Lumi D.
Lumi D.
I was trying to think of her name.
Yeah, Lumi D.
I was trying to think of
Lumi D.
Lumi E also shot for Lumi D. And the nigga bought Styles P to Hoboken.
Facts. I'm in the front in that video.
To the front. I
like that ball. I'm in the
that journey, that era right there was with my brother Kuda. Of course, that's my heart right there.
Shout out to Kuda. What's up, nigga?
You know, that was more me highlighting his career.
No doubt.
Pretty much because I didn't really do the videos. He did the videos. He did the editing. You know what I'm saying? I was more the voice and the person who I get the jobs. I was hustling that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I was doing camera work until a nigga called me cameraman. And I was like, nah, this ain't what I.
You know what that?
Like,
way more than that.
Like, yo, cameraman, come here. I'm like, nah, this ain't me.
You hear my director, my producer cut like.
But listen.
But you know what's crazy?
But listen, for sure.
But your job is important, my dude, because you make this shit look for
sure. Shout out to MakeTheCutt. Shout out to Chris. I was working the balls,
I was more on some street shit though.
Yeah,
you know, I was more on some streets. Like I couldn't see another street dude call me. I'm like, what? Bro,
you
call
trying
me
to downplay
name.
my character?
You know what I'm saying?
You just
so once I
put
call
that to the
that,
resume. You know what I mean?
But it's business though. You know, I can't get mad at that. It's business. So I separated myself from the camera. I gave it to the dude that knew how to work the camera, and so that was more his thing. So DPTV Films was more a Kuda wave. That was more him. And I was more behind the scenes.
Jim Jones did the camera shit for camera and all that shit.
Shot a bunch of videos.
Look at Jim now. He probably
so I directed
Jim Jones. He's the hardest working motherfucker in hip hop right now, bro.
I directed a lot of videos. Directed a whole bunch of videos, and Kuda put it together. So that was DPTV Films with that.
So I know at that time too, a crazy motherfucking movement was started. A crazy seed. Little Monsters.
Yeah, so pretty much, I mean, that's where
that segue was crazy. That was crazy.
No doubt. I want to know about Little Monsters.
You just threw the alley-oop.
I didn't even expect it. I
passed him the ball and he threw the alley-oop.
So you did it great because these two journeys mix up.
No doubt. No doubt.
So what happened was Noah was rapping and my nephew Goldo.
Yeah,
they were doing their thing. And
Word.
you know, at this time, I was pressing to get on World Star. You know, I was getting videos on World Star.
Now we're getting into the digital world.
Yeah, so I was like, I had seen that World Star was doing an event at a strip club. So I was like, I'm going over there. I'm gonna see who's who, what's what.
He's going for the music or for the beats?
No, I went for
Tito.
I went to meet who's at World Star.
That nigga professional.
I went to meet who's
you in
at
a relationship?
I didn't give a fuck about that shit.
That nigga was
Even in a relationship, I'm in a strip
club. My
club.
dumb ass would have been there with like $98 in singles.
So I didn't
even have the $400.
I met this guy named Danny on that trip. And Danny worked for World Star. Shout out to my brother Danny.
Right.
I met Danny. And Danny didn't give me his phone number that day.
Oh,
He
shit.
dubbed me. He was like, yeah, there's another cameraman. Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. So he gave me his cameraman's number.
Oh shit.
So I called the cameraman up. I'm like, yo, what's up?
Cameraman's Association.
Yeah. So I'm like, yo, I hate that.
It's a link.
Yeah, I hate that. So I'm like, yo,
Hey cameraman. Hey cameraman.
I'm like, yo, what up, man? I'm trying to get on World Star. Boom. He's like, yo, your man's, you know, I'm trying to look for my dude. He's like, yo, he's like, I can't give you his number. I'll give you an email. He was like, but I don't even work for them. They just hired me that day. So I don't even know them like that. I'm like, oh, he did the bamboozle on me.
Everybody giving you the runaround. You basically like,
So I'm like, damn, homie didn't even give me the number. Whatever.
damn.
So I hit him on the email. I'm like, yo, Duke, like, what's up, man? You didn't give me your math. Like, what's up? Like, boom. And I hit him with Noah's video.
Oh.
He broke back. He's like, who's this?
It's me with a wig on.
I would have put dot, tags, you know what I'm saying? Put you on hold for a second, you know what I mean?
He didn't even care about me. He wanted to know the video. So I was like, yo, that's my son. That's what I'm trying to. So I already clicked. I'm like, yo, that's my Jack. And I'm like, yo, that's my son. I'm trying to get it. He's like, call me. Here's my number. Boom. I'm like, oh, it's in.
Facts.
And that's what, from right there, it was like, oh.
So that was during the Little Monsters era?
Yeah,
That's what made the Little Monsters era.
Yeah, word.
Because I knew it was up.
First
Now,
video,
come on,
hey, World Star.
bring me into
Yeah, the
Little
first
Monsters.
video.
Because you know, I met you when you was fucking like
word.
9, 10,
Word.
11
It
years
wasn't around
old.
that time.
Shout out to Cito on the
Thank
beat.
you.
Word.
We was
Shout
in,
out to Cito.
we was at Joe
Cito on
Pearl's.
the beat.
We was at Joe Pearl's on 32nd
He helped
Street.
out a lot.
Yeah,
word.
no, yo, listen.
Especially at that
Cito
time.
produced motherfucking the commercial I got for T-Mobile. I know Cito since he was like 14, 15 years old. Him, my director, my producer, cut the.
He's
cut
Marley
the-
Marl.
This man knows everybody.
No, but there's a
He's the Marley Marl of Jersey.
Yo, listen, Cito is like wild, amazing.
He's
Yo,
Marley
do you
Marl.
realize that? I don't know if you know this, right? I ain't gonna try to talk about myself too much, but I was doing a bunch of shit, right? With music. I went into a studio and saw a bunch of little kids coming out of high school with their book bags. And I'm like, what's up with these little niggas, man? Smoking weed. And Cito, he doing the beats, recording the vocals, cutting print at that time. Now he's cut. Shout out to Cut. What's up, nigga? He was doing all the videos. They had a fucking social media nigga doing all the fucking promotions. They had girls in there singing. They had the whole team. And I'm looking at Cito as a little
I should
kid.
have went to this school too. Shit.
He was on the block with a pack.
God damn, why did I have to throw
That
my
nigga
life
ain't leave
away
the
like
block.
that?
That nigga ain't leave the block and they, oh, man. That nigga was hustling 1,000 miles an hour.
Somebody hit the rewind button. Let's do this again.
Yo, but seeing Cito as a youngin' doing all that fucking crazy work with a team, we on point. Was it We on Point? We on Point. That was the name of the team, and they had the whole shit laid out. Huh?
We on Point Entertainment.
Yeah, man. Shout out to my man Left T too, bro. Yeah. Left T is a ridiculous MC, bro. You know Left T?
Nah.
Yo, you gonna get to know him
technical
one
school
day.
together or something like that?
No, we just went to high school.
Y'all went to high school?
Yeah.
Man, Left T's dope. But yeah, seeing what was going on then, I known Cito for a while, and then I see you in the studio with Cito. Now, what was that journey like in that era?
So I had because I used to live in, me and my mother had moved to South Carolina around that time. That's like 2010. So that's when I really started like writing music and shit like that. And then like I was still keeping in touch with like Goldo and my other boy like on Facebook and whatever. Like, feel me? But then he came and got me, like he dead ass drove to South Carolina and brought me back to Jersey. He brought me back to Jersey. So when we get back up here or whatever, like that's what I'm telling him, like I'm trying to rap. So he's like, all right, babe. So when we get back over there, we're gonna get you in the studio, we're gonna record shit like that. So yeah, so and around that time he still had the program going on and stuff.
Yeah.
So like I'm
coming
back.
A Mill? The name of the program?
No, it's called the Sty. Save the Youth program.
So what was a Mill?
Save the Youth.
I don't know.
A Mill. I got those in my notes.
That's hard. I like that, man.
Save the Youth.
Word.
All right, but go ahead.
All right. So now we come back or whatever, and he still got the program at the time. So they was doing like a show, like some like talent show, something. It was something like that. So obviously I'm
Ortiz was
perform.
there.
Yeah, Joel Ortiz was there and everything. So he was
Shout out
telling
to
me like, "All right, you want to rap, you gonna perform. So you better have your shit." I didn't even record the song. I just memorized it. Like I was just practicing the lyrics over performing in front of the mirror. Feel me, doing shit like that for like a week or whatever. And I had performed there. Tito was there too or whatever. So after my performance and shit, he was just like, "Yo, like I gotta work with you, bro."
Wow.
Like feel me? I'm like 10. I think I was like 10, 11 years old at the time.
Yeah.
So Tito was probably like 15, 16.
No, at that time,
had good chemistry, man.
Cito was around 18.
Yeah, all right, yeah,
Cito was
something
around
like
18.
that.
And you know what fucked me up about you, right? When I record vocals,
Tyler was showing at 11. You know what I'm saying? That's what you
nigga,
know.
what?
Crazy.
Listen, when I record vocals, I was
I
the
hear it.
master of being the ad-libs, the fill-ins, the hypes.
Mm-hmm.
I had a certain method of recording my vocals that was always like, this is the chemistry that I got. Yeah. And I think you switched it up because I listened to your records thoroughly.
Yeah, definitely.
But at that time, you laid down one verse, one track, nothing else.
Straight one take.
And the one take, no ad-libs, no fill-ins, no hypes, no nothing, was sounding flawless because his animation went. You know what I mean? It was a roller coaster.
Word.
It was like, you know, the roller coaster goes down, and then it goes through the loop, and then it goes over here. You know what I mean?
He's saying it, and that's literally how I used to rap. Like, I was
Come
mad,
on.
like
I was there.
Word.
I was there. I saw you as a young baby, bro.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So when I see you now,
word.
What you think I'm thinking about you, nigga?
That's that
when I
cadence,
see him, when I was rocking, when I came across your path, like I said, rest in peace to my brother D-Mom, which was my fucking, that's my heart, man.
Good dude, man.
When, you know, when he got
kid,
killed, man, that shit broke my heart.
That was a good
You know what I
brother.
mean? And even talking about being jammed up, you know what's a crazy story? In motherfucking 2012, I'm locked up. Hudson County. It's Thanksgiving, November 27th. And I always pick somebody to give free food to, right? I'm having a Thanksgiving dinner. I'm picking somebody to share my food with. I picked this dude. I'm like, yo, come on, you gonna eat with me because he ain't have nothing. I said, come on, you gonna eat with me. I said, yo, but I gotta pray before I eat. He said, no, it's fine. I said, yo, today is the memorial of my little brother getting killed. He got shot twice in the head. He's like, oh, man, damn. I'm like, yo, let's pray, yo. God, My little brother, Devin Rodriguez. He was like, Devin Rodriguez? I said, yeah, my little brother, D-Mom. That's my nephew. I said, what?
Shit.
I invited a person to eat with me in Thanksgiving in Hudson County Jail.
That's related.
That was related to the person I was tributing my dinner to. You know what I mean? And that shit broke my heart. That's crazy. That's not no coincidence. That was a higher science organizing a motherfucking meal.
D-Mob would have definitely made a pillar in Jersey hip hop.
What?
Definitely.
Yeah, he was a monster.
He definitely would have.
Like, I met him a couple times.
I think he would be equivalent to like Albie Al, like, you know what I mean, like that buzz. You know how Albie got that buzz? I think D-Mob would have like.
I just remember the fly Gucci sweater, the Coogee sweaters with the gold chain.
No, D-Mob was the 17-year-old driving in the Mercedes. No, correction. D-Mob was the 17-year-old who had a chauffeur driving a Benz through the hood.
Word.
17 years old with a chauffeur in a Benz.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Different
lifestyle.
Oh, man, that was my little nigga, man. Shout out to Balm Ave, man.
You know, we lose him young, man.
Yeah, man, and you know that breaks my heart.
Last time I seen him was at
Tops Partners,
a Hollywood studio.
Oh yeah, shot shit.
Yeah. Yeah, like a major site for that.
Man, that I'm just, you know, it's a nostalgic moment because, bro, have I seen you since when I saw you with D-Mo?
Nah.
So I feel like I know you forever.
We've spoken on the phone, and we spoke on social media, but never like a physical presence.
And that's why it's a nostalgic moment when I speak to you, though.
Yeah,
you know
and
I mentioned it to you a few times. Like, you know, the D-Mob. You know what I mean? Because that was like, he was my student.
That's why I was telling you earlier. Jersey has artists that should have been in hip hop.
Sure, I know his family. You know, I know people that were close to him.
Hip hop history.
His father was great.
Like niggas, you know.
100.
It's a sad thing, man.
And you know, and I know it's another sad thing, and I don't mean to bring it up in a negative way, but it's another sad thing that, you know, I know you also was a part of a legendary movement called Block Royal.
Word.
Block Royal is motherfucking.
Yeah, shout to the new owner, Rob.
Yeah,
Rob Montanez. Little Rob.
Block Royal was such a fucking crazy movement that happened. You know, shout out to rest in peace to Screw. You know, give me a rundown of what goes on in the Block Royal experience, because
that was more of learning how to be a brother, learning brotherhood, learning how to bring your brothers up. Like that was more of my experience about Block Royal.
How so?
Just like Screw would keep everyone around, whether you was the nigga with no money or the nigga with the most money. He treated you the same. He'll still kiss you on your cheek. You know, he'll still. Like, he was like equal with everybody.
Wow.
So he kind of like taught brotherhood.
You know, and I be
not
saying
to shame
that,
your brother or not to like do your nigga dirty because he ain't got it. You know what I'm saying?
By codes. By
he
rules,
showed a lot of that. You know, it was
integrity.
a lot of that. And when he said it's go, it's go. You know, and when he said no, it's no.
Now, do you have any experiences with Akon?
Yeah.
Tell me about
100%.
those, bro.
We went on the road one time. He was real quiet at one time.
Ali, right? Or his
yeah,
brother's
and then the last experience I had with Khan was the day that Screw passed away. You know, we were all together that day. Yeah. So it was chilling.
He was a Capone that day, right?
Yeah, we were Capone too. Shout to Capone.
Yeah, I remember that.
Shout to Capone.
Yeah.
Well, ringside, right? Ringside.
You know, like Khan is living his life. He's doing what he do. He don't owe us nothing.
No doubt.
He don't owe us anything.
And you know, a lot of people have a certain selfish mentality where you feel like people owe you.
Yeah, you can feel like that too. We can feel like that. We can feel like that
though.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like you're your own person.
What
like,
happens is, you know,
I don't owe nobody shit.
I'm glad you said that. As a youngin', you already on that mentality.
Would you deserve or expect or I owe you is honesty.
I would expect.
I don't want nothing I don't want.
I would expect.
I don't want nothing I can't get myself.
I would expect him to come back and fuck me. Like fuck me and fuck the rappers that were in the Block Royal. But you know, come back for his son. Give his son an opportunity. Give his son a budget. Let his son do what he do.
So, but he has a son out there.
Who, Screw?
Oh,
I'm talking about Screw. Like,
so for Khan
with Khan, I don't feel like he owe me nothing. You know, he's got $1 billion. He's building a city. We put pain in for that dude. Like we you know what I mean? We was in the streets. When you see Khan, you seen Puerto Ricans around him. You didn't see Africans. It was us. We was there.
Yeah.
We put pain. We was ready to like Screw put niggas through walls for Akon.
Word.
You know what I'm saying?
But what he's saying is though, like,
so he could come back and probably do something. He didn't do anything that I know of. But for me, like what I would think of is just him, you know, giving Screw's son a platform. And until then, I will always feel a certain type of way.
That's interesting.
You know what I mean?
That's interesting. And we going back on the same.
But I got mad love for them because they respect me. So when they see me in the street, I could see Khan anywhere, and he will show me love and respect me. And so I don't say nothing wrong towards that man ever. Super respect for that man. But
it's a double-edged sword.
It's a double-edged sword, 100%. But
and now let me ask you this, because I've always wondered this: was the connection with Block Roll and Joel Ortiz through you?
No,
because he's also from. Is he from Pink Houses?
No, he's from. I forgot the name of that. Marlboro. No, not Marlboro. I'm bugging. Excuse me. I'm sorry, Brooklyn. I don't know the exact project.
Talk about that. I was in Joel Ortiz's first video, and you know how petty I was. Nigga, I was in there 3 minutes and 14 seconds. You catch me?
You remember the time.
Boom! I had the Dapper Dan Louis Vuitton. Right now, it was the my Brooklyn bullshit. Word. So for me, I was always like, "Yeah, fuck with Joel Ortiz. I'm in this video." Yeah. I was in there for a quarter millisecond.
Joel Ortiz was cool. You know, he's a good dude. You know what I'm saying? He came right when Screw died. Screw, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he came right when Screw died. So he didn't really get to experience Screw the way we did. But he held on to the movement, and he kind of like...
He held the emblem.
Yeah, for a little while. You know, for a little while. he didn't owe us anything either. If anything, it's Two-Tone. Two-Tone,
man. I fuck with Two-Tone, man. He
Two-Tone
bought
put niggas on.
What was my man?
Two-Tone made shit
Montana
happen.
Max. Yeah, I did records with Two-Tone and Montana Max, man. And my nigga Alex Kaiser. Shout out to Alex Kaiser. But I fuck with Two-Tone too, bro. I remember the brother. Big nigga, light skin, right?
Yeah, he got Two-Tone face and shit.
Yeah.
So like that was that. But the Block World experience was more a brotherhood experience for me. Just knowing how to treat other people from other places, like your brother.
No doubt.
You know what I mean?
Doubt.
That's what Screw did. That's what Screw
Let's get into the future. Where we going with this? Where we going with this? What's the next movements for Noah?
Well, I just dropped a song on some whole different shit. I dropped like a rock song, so I
noticed
usually,
that.
I usually
that. Even the
stick to my
fashion
sound.
changed up.
Yeah,
Hold on.
Fashion changed up.
You genre switching
Yeah,
and all
genre
that shit
switching.
with the
Yeah,
hip hop,
I'm
bro.
Yeah.
not
So talk about, bro.
We just also I released my own strain with Bando Farms.
Word. Shout out to Bando Farms, baby.
Yeah,
What's the strain called?
It's called
Top
Gremlin. I got the
cannabis
bag.
club
I
in
got the
Jersey.
bag.
You know what? I wanted to ask about the gremlin.
Bag
I didn't know.
Yeah.
We about to roll that shit on camera, man.
Yeah, shout out
I
to
don't
Bando.
smoke.
I do.
That Bando Farms.
Allegedly.
That's not in there right now though. But remember me, that's a nice bag. You see the little bag.
It's that
The
gremlin
gremlin
shit.
shit,
Can't
man.
drop this shit in water.
After 12, I'm worse than the
Go
gremlin.
feed this shit
Feed
after
me
12,
hip hop
you
and
know
I
what I
start
mean?
trembling.
So
Word.
the strain is pretty much, my bro Joey Bando. He got the Bando Farms, and they put together a genetic strain for Noah. They had the Bando Farms. So he got to put together, pick out, what
What he wants.
genetics he wants, and then they grew
How
it.
that
and-
go? Like, do you pick out like you want you want to be energetic or you
Well,
want
he
to be
was showing me the strains and shit. He was explaining like what the different crosses are, how they gonna make you feel or whatever. And this one is a GMO mix with like a grape kind of. So when you smell it, it's like a real garlicky smell,
but it tastes good.
But it
What's your
tastes
man's
like
name?
grape.
What's your man's name?
Joey Bando.
Yo,
Bando
I need a
Farms.
strain that make you not want to go to work. You know what I'm saying? I call
This
that
will make you not want to go to
RocTheBlock,
work
you know
for
what I mean?
sure.
Yeah,
Hey, yo,
it'll be
we gotta
good.
connect you with Queen Meech, though, so we
Oh,
can
yeah,
get
for
y'all
sure.
infused with the candles.
candle,
Matter of fact, before I even go further, man, let me give y'all a little gift right here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'll
we got
take
the
that.
Queen
We'll take
Meech.
that.
You know what I mean?
Meech.
The motherfucking weed-infused candles. So we gonna bless
Fire.
y'all with a little gift. You know what I'm saying?
Thank
go
you.
home, light this up.
Shit
You
got
know what I mean?
gold flakes
Feel the
in it.
vibe. Gold
taking
flakes.
that?
Got gold,
Me.
man.
Who's taking
It's
it?
like that gold slagger shit. Remember that gold slagger back
Yeah,
then?
slagger.
Remember
You know
that
what I'm
shit?
saying?
Was
With
the
the Drake
best
gold
shit,
slagger
yeah,
on the
man.
block. You know
So,
what I
you
mean?
know, shout out to
Old
Queen
shit.
Meech, man. She doing her thing, influential,
Queen Meech,
motivational.
word.
Yeah,
Queen
love
Meech,
you, girl.
word,
My
yo.
sister right there. You know what I mean? Man, respect. You can
Thank
put that
you,
right
thank
back
you.
in the bag. Take that with y'all.
you know,
Hopefully that gives y'all some creativity. You know what I mean? While y'all light that up, throw something down. You know what I mean? It smells good. It got the
So
world
we dropping a single.
luxurious, you
We
know?
dropping a single. We dropping some videos.
Yeah,
Okay.
word.
You
Yeah,
know.
I'm just working right now.
Tell the people what you're doing.
So just working on singles. I'm really pushing this strain right now, and this rock song is going crazy.
Word.
10,000 views in 2
Come on,
days.
let's get it. Let's get some.
Yo.
Feel me? I'm not going. Feel me?
Word
But
by-
And
that
it's
company.
organic.
The
That
word
company,
organic.
organic.
When I
Maybe
take the
no
Bluebird,
cap,
I take the
no
Bluebird,
rap.
No
I'm take the
rap
Bluebird
cap.
back to Philly.
Oh,
I'm
oh,
put it
the
out there. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let everybody know. You know what I mean?
But yeah, we just working right now, man. I'm focused on singles. I was thinking about putting a project together, but I like the momentum from how like the way I'm hitting them with the singles and the way people reacting to it. I think I'm gonna just keep doing that till
doing
it
that
get to
vibe,
a
yeah.
super max point. I'd be like, all right, I hit y'all with a project.
Word.
I'm just focused on
And
singles.
my side,
and all
I'm just
that.
doing a podcast. You know, I got the Bread Route podcast. I'm
Bread
gonna have y'all
Route.
come through. I'm gonna have y'all come
I
through.
need to be there. What?
So, real.
You know how many things I've done in the bodega, nigga?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Bread
Stashing
Route, man.
work behind the motherfucking chips
Word.
and like, nigga, get that right there.
Hey.
You know what I mean? Slide on.
So I got that, and
I'm
you
just
know,
a 39th Street legend, bro.
Yeah, no doubt.
That's all I
Shout out
know.
to 3-9, man.
That's all I know.
That's
And I'm-
all
and I
fucking
pretty much-
Rappomatics, you heard?
Selling packs and
Yeah.
putting niggas on their back, you know what I'm saying?
I pretty much been just directing my team.
Stories, man.
Man,
This
word.
nigga right here got so many stories out there,
I
bro.
believe it.
I didn't see the motherfuckers. I didn't even go get into it.
Yeah.
I didn't see motherfuckers running.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
I don't need no
Terrorists be
charges
like,
popping up.
ahí viene, tú no lo ves. Hey, yo, but I do want to get into a few things before we finish off, man. I got a segment called Hip Hop Trivia. Y'all ready? Ready for hip hop trivia? Let's go.
Let's go.
I know you were into hip hop. I know you were a golden era motherfucking prodigy. And I gotta ask you a few hip hop. How good are you on hip hop trivia?
Pretty good.
Pretty good?
Oh, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be
He
good.
just challenged me. You
It's
heard
good,
that,
it's
right?
good.
He just challenged me.
You know what I'm saying?
All right.
I give it. I tap my hat to you all the time.
All right.
So let's see.
So-
Can you be beaten?
Malcolm X. Malcolm X had a first cousin. That lady that was Malcolm X's first cousin is the mother of what rapper? Ooh, niggas ain't ready for that. Oh, niggas ain't ready for that one. You heard me?
That's a crazy ass question.
But it just came out on a major platform.
I've heard this shit. That's why
Malcolm X
had a first cousin who was a female.
Oh man, I hate this.
She ended up having a
This
child.
sounds like a groupie.
This child
This guy
turned
like,
out to be
Malcolm
major
X's
rapper.
cousin.
A major
Nah.
All right. I need a hint. Is the rapper an old
I can't-
school
no,
or
I'm-
new school
They
rapper?
threw me off with the first cousin.
That's all I
thing,
need.
bro.
Old
Yo.
school or new school rapper?
Golden era.
Older than a rapper.
I'm off this one.
Got him.
Definitely. I don't really know that.
Noah, we gonna give you a choice.
It's somebody from Philly, isn't it?
Nah.
Shit, because I heard.
You think of the Nation of Islam?
Nah, because I heard. You know, ABM, the ABM.
Nope.
Nope. Junior Black Mafia.
So you wanna
They
should we
related
just
to
take
Junior
a
Black Mafia.
should we
Damn,
take
bro, that's
just
bullshit.
a wild guess?
Yeah. No, and that's why I'm gonna leave it up to him, right? I'm gonna leave it up to you. Take a wild guess.
Malcolm X's ancestors are in Junior Black Mafia.
Listen, but they ain't rappers, brother. Ain't rappers, brother. So I'm gonna give you who's the best MCs. Biggie, Jay-Z.
Nas.
Nas is the first cousin.
I was gonna say Rakim.
Nas's mother is the first
I
cousin of Malcolm X.
That's crazy.
All right, now we're gonna keep it in the East Coast. You said you rock with Buckshot. I fuck with Buck. That's my man, BDIMC. When I went to Buckshot's penthouse, he told me something I had never fucking known. He told me his uncle is a famous heavyweight boxer by the name of...
I would say is what's that guy's name?
Shit, Mike Tyson?
Nah, not Mike Tyson. Larry
Mike
Holmes.
Tyson from Brooklyn, though. That would have been a good one. I would have went with that one, too.
That's why I said
it. Brooklyn, right.
And then I asked
like
him if he
these
ever hung
ones.
out with Mike Tyson. He said no, he came across Mike Tyson, but he never met him. So no, it's not Mike Tyson.
Bro, your shits are deep. Bro.
No doubt.
This is crazy.
I'm just
No,
saying.
facts though.
I'm saying
He was
I
a
gotta,
champion?
Yeah, he was a heavyweight champion.
gotta do some tree
I'm
digging.
going to go two ways. I'm going to go Riddick Bowe or Lennox Lewis.
Oh, he got it. He got it. Riddick Bowe. Hey, yo. Riddick Bowe. That's him. All right. What song was Biggie recording at Quad Studios when Pac got shot downstairs?
In Quad Studios when Pac
What
got
song
shot.
was Biggie recording?
Whoa.
Nope.
Nah, it wasn't that. Trust me.
Because I might actually know this.
Trust me,
Come on, Noah. Come on, Noah. You the almighty Noah.
Fuck, it's in the movie. Ain't it in the movie?
I'm dead ass thinking of that scene. I'm like, yo, what was they playing in that scene?
Did I ever tell you what I meant?
Is it things don't change? Is it things don't change?
Nah, but listen.
Is it things don't change?
Hold up.
Nope.
Hold up. Wait, please.
I don't remember.
If you're going off the movie,
I ain't going off the movie. I'm going off of facts.
You're going off of facts.
Yeah.
All right.
10 Crack Commandments.
Nah, that's second
Wrong
album.
time frame.
Second album.
Damn.
Wrong time frame. Good shot. Good try.
When you heard 10 Crack Commandments, Biggie was dead already.
when I heard all this shit, I don't even know. They came out in the same year.
So we got Jeopardy time going,
I'll
bro.
tell you what, though. I was in the studio when they came up and beat up the Bucktown niggas.
Oh man, Boost, they cost the ring lacking.
Yeah.
I remember.
I was there.
I was
Yeah,
in
they
Pizzeria
cost the
with
ring
Stone.
lacking?
Yeah, they cost the ring lacking.
Fab Five.
I was
Shout out
there.
to Sterang though, man.
I was there.
I fuck with OGC.
Yeah,
But
How about that trivia?
What? Oh, come on, you can hit me.
I'm just saying, that's a
no, but
trivia.
I already know it, nigga. I know it. I remember it. I remember Sterang got caught lacking on the block, and Junior Mafia caught up and ran up on him.
So it gotta be first album, Biggie, classic. It's gotta be Unbelievable or
It's Unbelievable, baby. Canal Street. Nah, but that wasn't it.
Oh,
that's
damn.
when I
I
met
was about to say, that was a good
No.
guess.
That's when I met Big. He came out the spot and was like, "It's unbelievable, baby."
Sky's the limit.
No, you later. That's it. Your time run out.
Yeah,
Players Anthem. First song for Junior Mafia.
Damn,
a matter of fact, C's was there. So
that's the conclusion for the hip hop trivia.
And we lost.
Now we got
pretty your trivia is you gotta know some shit.
It's good, man. Turn this motherfucker like an almanac.
Yeah, Rock. Where we going with it, Rock? We're gonna get 5 strong.
Now we basically what it is. This is the lockdown questions. You know what I'm saying? Basically either or. No answer is right or wrong. It's just what you prefer. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Basically, I started off. You know what I'm saying? Gold or white gold?
Oh,
Gold.
Yeah, gold.
Money or power?
Power. Power, you can get money.
Power, you can get money.
I would say the same thing.
BMW or Tesla?
Tesla. I personally like Tesla.
The new shit. Young kids don't want that. They want that quiet shit.
Yeah,
No doubt.
I like
No
that.
doubt.
I like that.
Classic question I love to ask. Nas or Jay-Z?
Nas.
I got Jay-Z for me.
Oh shit! They
gonna battle about that one later.
Yeah.
They're gonna fight for the big piece of chicken tonight.
Like I said, I've listened to Nas, but I've definitely listened to more Jay-Z than I've listened to Nas.
Nas kind of shaped my childhood. That Illmatic album kind of like really made me wanna, explore the streets.
Because you know why Nas was more. I feel what you're saying because Nas was more street. Jay-Z was more like you had to be hustling and balling.
You had to make it already.
You had to have that money and flow. And we come from nothing. We come from the projects and shit.
When it comes to consistency,
$5 in your pocket was a good day.
When it comes to consistency and who do I like more, I would say Jay-Z.
No doubt.
Like I think I like 2 Nas albums.
Yeah, but they were bigger than any fucking.
Yeah,
but we almost done.
great,
Let's get to the last one. What's the last one? How many we got?
Last one, I got a couple. Hold on, I got a couple. Lil' Kim or Nicki Minaj?
Lil' Kim.
Kimberly.
Yeah, Lil' Kim.
Kimberly?
Lil' Kim.
We're doing that round.
I opened up for Kim.
We're doing that round one. All right. Signed or independent?
Signed.
Signed?
Yes.
Signed to a label?
Signed. I'm
keeping it.
Like you could be, because I look at it like you could be independent, but if you really want to get through that door, you want to take it to that level, that superstar level, there's certain things that a label could do for you that you can't do for yourself.
Yeah, like when you go to a video shoot and got catering.
Yeah, feel me?
And
out.
an RV.
Laid out.
It's different.
It's different. It's
when
different.
you
either side ain't wrong.
And your boys.
Either side ain't, but like you could be independent and make something happen. No, but it's like it depends where you trying to take it. I feel like because some people feel me. I want to take it to some Michael Jackson, Prince level.
Yeah,
so
feel me? You can't really
you can't really get there independent.
If you're independent, you reaping the benefits of all that shit.
Yeah, word.
You signed.
Word. You could
just paying
this
back
is the
what
thing,
they
though.
gave.
Listen, you are reaping the benefits. You are getting 100% of your money. And artists say that.
It depends on your contract. Also, don't let them fuck you.
When you get that 100% and you're an independent artist, guess what? You got expenses. You got to pay people to do things. And by the time you look at it, you still back.
Word.
Because you got to pay for services. You got to pay for homies to do stuff.
Yeah, word.
You got to pay. You just looking at the end result.
Nah, trust me, I feel your pain.
In order for your train to run.
Yeah, you gonna have to do. You gotta do that for yourself.
You gotta know how to account your money. You gotta know where the money goes to.
It might cost more because you coming up as an independent nigga trying to get these resources. Whereas if you sign to a label, they already got people that's in. All right, we gonna do this. They got a resume of artists that already been through that. So it's like, you feel me? It's different, but it also depends on where you trying to take it. Like what you trying to do for it.
I got 3 more for y'all.
All right, I like these.
This is for you because you a real Jersey nigga like us. You know what I'm saying? Tim's or ACG?
Tim's.
Quick answer.
Yeah, I don't really like
smoking or drinking?
Smoking.
They smokers.
You
see the weed lit
and to finish it for the ladies. Pretty as fuck or thick as fuck?
Pretty as fuck.
Look, they simultaneously with it, no doubt.
Yo,
That wraps up the
lockdown.
And now, through all this fucking weed in the air, nigga, I am hungry as shit, bro.
Yeah, let's do it.
So when I'm going to bring y'all into a segment that I call crooking.
Let's get
it's
it,
motherfucking crooks who cook. So we're about to make something out of nothing and feed y'all and make it happen.
Chef it up.
Noah. Thank you for joining me on this journey for crooking. We're about to make something out of nothing. You know what I'm saying? When you don't got something, you got to figure it out. Because they say necessity is the mother of inventions. So we got a few supplies, but we're going to make some 5-star shit. Now, this is a meal that I hope you never get to eat inside these places. And we're going to show y'all how sometimes we got to figure out ways to survive. So shout out to everybody putting money on people's books. Because when you put money on people's books, you know, we can make phone calls, we can, you know, buy food and kind of, you know, treat ourselves on certain days to make us remind us of something free. You know what I mean? So here go a little bit. You know, I get big bags in commissary. You know what I mean? So we got the pork grinds. You know what I mean? Them shits right there, if you make them a certain way, they crazy. Right? I got the motherfucking tuna. You need tuna? I got the big pack, the family pack. You know what I mean? That shit'll feed a whole block, you heard? And I have the flaming hot Cheetos. You said you're a fan? Yeah, you're a fan of them. You know what I mean? And we got the motherfucking mayo. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit of this. You know what I mean? And of course, you know I gotta have the motherfucking cheese puffs. I opened this bag this morning, they got motherfucking Bunky came in with a little bit of weed and shit. I got hungry, I popped the bag, but it is what it is. And you know I got the motherfucking most. Oh, this is one of the hottest. You fuck with pickles? Pause. Yeah. Pause. Yo, them hot pickles is rocking, bro. They rocking. Exactly. Now, ain't no motherfucking hookup without no soups, my nigga. You gotta have these soups, bro. This is money. Like, you know how niggas be like this? Put money to the ear.
Knock you off for one of these.
Yeah, so that's the motherfucking little soup right there, and this is something that's very near and dear to my heart, my brother. Yeah, this is a special sauce that I made called the motherfucking Oz sauce. The Oz sauce, because there's no place like home. Niggas motherfucking clap their motherfucking feet and just want to go home, man. This, I can't. Okay. I can tell you off camera. I can tell you off camera, but you know, that's something. Shout out to my man JUJ, who doing 15 years. You know what I mean? Gave me the idea for the name of it. So that's something I put together when I was locked down over there. And I got these bags. Motherfuckers finished the bags of chips, and they about to throw it out. I'm like, yo, give me that shit. They're like, what the fuck you doing, bro? What the fuck you taking a bag for? Because this bag is what we're gonna use to make these bricks. Oh, wow. All right? So we're gonna put this over here. Now, have you ever, Cut, we're gonna need you to focus in on this shot, because this is the foot shot, right? Have you ever broken up a soup jail style?
No.
And I hope you never do. Never. In the real situation. But this is how we do it over here, right? So you're gonna take those two soups, you're gonna come over here. Now you can't smack it like this, you gotta smack it flat, one by one, right? Okay. So we're gonna smack it right here. Like that. Bang. Yeah. Bang. 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 Flip it? Yeah, flip it. All right, now grab the next one. Boom. Right there. Smack it. Bang. Pause. Boom. Got it. Now, we're gonna take these 4 soups. What we got? Can't forget these bags. Oh, matter of fact, I don't need them because you're doing this one. Cool. Now we got this. All right, so what we're gonna do here is that we're gonna grab our soups. You can start opening them up, take the salt, the seasoning out of there. Okay. And put some in this bag. So this is what I call a brick, because we're gonna stuff this bag with a bunch of little things that we want, and then we're gonna decorate it. All right. So let's see, right here.
You just gonna dump it in the bag?
Yep, dump it right in the bag. Real simple. Right here. All right, so you opened up 2 seasonings. Let me get this one's for me, that one's for you. Okay, you can dump this soup in here first. Dump that soup first.
All right, word.
Right here. Dump that soup right there. And then boom.
Drop it in there,
so now, dump these 2 in there too. I'm gonna take care of this.
Dump this in the bag?
Yeah, right here. Dump this right in the Doritos.
You got some chicken?
Yeah, take that seasoning out. Boom. 1 more to go. Take that seasoning. Yup.
Y'all can pick any flavors y'all want. Y'all like beef, shrimp, you know what I mean? Hot and spicy. Me, it's the motherfucking chili ramen. And I know Youngblood like the motherfucking the chicken. So we're gonna use that one. Now, boom, you're gonna throw those 2 seasonings in here.
Alright.
Boom, let the whole thing go.
Oh,
no, you gotta catch it. Look, boom. This is how I catch it right here. There's a spot to rip it. Right there, boom.
Well, I don't even know how I fuck
No, you're not supposed to know. And this is the shit we don't want y'all to know, but
it don't
this is
matter.
what we go. This is the experience.
You can mix the flavors up and shit.
Yeah, hell yeah, you mix the flavors up, man. Everything about mixing shit up and doing some new shit. You know what I mean? And I'm for you know what? Matter of fact, for my next show, I'm gonna do something that fucks a lot of people's heads up. But every time I give it to them, they end up like being blown away. For the next show, I'm gonna show y'all how to make menudo. Menudo is motherfucking chili ramen with peanut butter. It's crazy. What the hell? I know. Everybody tells me chili ramen with peanut butter, but I'm telling you, young king,
those flavors sound crazy.
You ever tried Thai food and it gives you peanut butter chicken? Peanut butter sesame oil chicken? It gives you a different vibe, bro. It gives you a different vibe.
I feel about the sweet and spicy.
And that's the part that makes it different. You know what I mean? Because you don't expect that.
True.
But when the combination goes together good, like a motherfucking Asian chick and a nigga from the Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn, you know what I mean? You be like, how did this Asian chick get this Bed-Stuy? Yeah, that's different. You're like, yeah, sometimes it just happens like that.
Nah, that guy.
So, you know what I mean? We're going to add this right here, bang, 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 bang.
This just smells good, low-key. I ain't gonna lie to y'all.
The seasoning be rocking. All right, young king, I need you to get me a few plates over there. Give me those plates and the napkins right there. That'll be real smooth. So now we're going to take this bowl right here. And what I do is just, I got the hot pot.
Okay.
Boom. There's some hot water. You see, that shit's smoking.
That shit's smoking.
That shit's smoking. You see it, right? That shit's smoking. So I'm gonna just add this to the motherfucking my brick. Right?
Okay.
Let me shake this up a little. Make sure you shake that up right there. You know what I mean? Get the seasoning all through it. Now I'm gonna take this bitch up right here. Oh, that's it. Yeah. Shake now. Boom. Let me see. Open that bag up right there. We're gonna put the logo out. Doritos. I need y'all to fuck with me, Doritos. I've been rocking with y'all, man. I've been rocking with y'all, Doritos.
Through the hard times.
Yeah. Make sure you shake that shit up. You might need a little bit more. Make sure you shake all that shit. Let all the bottom get to the top. You know what I mean? We're gonna add you with a little bit more. All right. Boom. You're gonna shake that bitch up. Make sure that bitch get all around. Get the bottom to switch to the top. You know what I'm saying? Get that shit. You gotta make love to this shit, man. I'm telling you, you gotta make love to this shit. This shit is something sensual. You know what I mean? When you cook it, it's a passion, baby. You know what I mean? We cooking over here, man. Let's cook some cook. Boom. I'm gonna add. Let me see how this one's rocking. Let me see. Oh yeah, nah, this is right. This is right. Oh, you know how to do this motherfucking cooking shit, young blood. Damn.
Feel me? Learning from the best right now.
Yo, yeah, we're learning from the best, and we hope y'all never have to be forced to do this shit, man. All right, we're gonna add a touch more. And once we add a touch more, it's cool because now we can let these cook and we can do some next shit. You know what I mean? And keep it rocking. We're gonna add that right here. I'm gonna add a little bit more water to your jar. Right here. Keep the label out. All right, boom. Hold that bag. Hold that bag, mash it up a little bit more. And then what we're gonna do is, I'm gonna make a motherfucking brick. All right, so this is what the brick is. Make this shit, boom, right into that good kind of shape right there. You know what I mean? See if we can make that. Yeah, so we're gonna fold this a little bit like this and press this out.
Oh, all right.
You know what I mean? There you go. Press that shit out right there. Then we're gonna fold this bitch right over here. Now, a lot of the extra water that you don't need is gonna come right out through the side. Motherfucker, flip this bitch over. Boom, I got a brick. Flip. Now you flip the brick.
Flip the brick.
Flip the brick. Boom. There you go. Flip the brick. And always, motherfuckers gonna use the most convenient thing to make sure this shit covered. My shirt. Take the shirt right here. Regular general population, Hudson County. Very durable. Everybody from the hood hang out like this and shit. Niggas just be on the fucking day room, chilling like this. You know what I mean? Original word.
Original.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So now we're gonna put this right over this shit. That's how everybody do. Just put their shirt right over the shit.
Okay.
Let the shit cook. Now we're gonna leave that to the side right there. Now what we're gonna do is, you know what I mean? We the kings of the sea, man. Fish, which is my favorite dish, but without no money, it's still a wish. So we're gonna pop this. You know, I keep the motherfucking, you know, I keep the banger on me, man.
Oh, my boy got the
banger on me. Boom. Right there. I mean, we're gonna take 2 cans of tuna. We're gonna pop this bitch open.
Easy. Quick and easy, wild call.
You know, they know not to serve this to motherfucking niggas everywhere though, cause that motherfucking can, that lid right there, you know what I mean? That shit change your life. You know what I'm saying? And this is why it's like, yo, y'all don't understand. Motherfuckers get a lot of glory for being able to pass jail, but you don't understand the day-to-day actions that go on in jail. Day-to-day, you gotta worry about niggas taking shit like this. Niggas taking things from the stairs, them little wires from the stairs, cause they netted. Like everything is a motherfucking weapon.
Oh, so they taking the top off
no,
the can.
if they had this, they don't serve cans like this in prison.
Right.
If they had that, that'd be a guaranteed weapon.
You're saying that's why they...
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so it's, yo, this is not the place to go. But this is the reality of the day-to-day situations that you have to go through. You have to make your fucking food out of cans, which you know is gonna have wild preservatives. You know what I mean? This shit ain't motherfucking organic food. You ain't gonna find this shit at Whole Foods. You know what I mean? This is the shit that you gotta do.
Yeah, that shit looks so gross.
Yo, the water, you know, it is what it is. But once you see the finished product, you know what I mean? That's what you be like, oh shit, son flipped it. You know what I mean? So now we're gonna mix this up.
Yeah, creative.
We got to. Now, boom. Got the can. We're gonna mash it up right in here real quick. You know what I mean? Now, what I want you to do when I'm doing this is open the mayonnaise right here. And you can drop a little bit of mayonnaise in here when I'm doing this. So this is the tuna fish, you know what I'm saying? Your regular can, nothing crazy. And fresh. Yeah, that shit fresh. Look, use the ox, use the banger. You got the banger right here.
What you mean?
There you go. Oh shit. They don't even need the banger. You got long nails, nigga? Nah, you don't even.
Yeah, feel me? I be breaking up the gas. I gotta keep my
breaking up the gas.
Feel me?
Hey, yo, gas prices is high, nigga. Yo, gas prices is high, king. Word. All right.
Right here, boy.
So now, yeah, hit me with a motherfucking something right there. Give me a little bit more right there. Give me some more. Come on. We're gonna do more on that shit, yup. Let's see. Let's see how that look. See how this looking. We're gonna smash this up as y'all see. Ain't nothing but whipping this shit around. I know y'all niggas hitting the motherfucking Pyrex jaw with a whisk.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all can hit this motherfucking food right here. Bang, bang. You know what I mean? Boom. Mash it up. Mash it up. All right. That's good to go right there, as y'all see.
Shit looking
now, what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna chop this bitch down right here, right?
Oh, the
this
pickle.
Bitch down, yeah. Mom. This bitch down, and I used the motherfucking, right here for my old bag.
Okay, I see what's
what I mean?
going on here.
Boom. Boom. You know how I do this shit. Motherfucker take some alcohol that I got from the medical office. Mom, pour that shit right on my blade, nigga. Nigga, pour that shit right on my blade while you bullshitting. While you bullshitting, nigga, you think I'm playing. Lucky I ain't get my comb. My comb, I cut the bristles off the comb. Oh, you see that shit cut butter like, woo!
Nah,
what? Nigga, you playing while you bullshitting?
Nah, word, that shit
Come
cut
on, man. Look.
smooth. I'm not gonna lie.
Look. And what then I cut my finger, be wild, right? Like, ah! You're like, he fucked up.
Out here, yeah.
Nah, come on.
Fuck it.
Fuck it. I want some. I got a soup on it. Boom.
That shit is cutting mad smooth. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. What we do. And you know, I used to use that one right there, holding my rosaries. Shout out to my man Spanky from Corpus Christi, Texas, that did them rosary beads for me, man.
Word.
We was motherfucking in the woods over there in Henderson. You know what I mean? Shout out to my man Pesos, Oak Cliff, Texas, Dallas. You know what I mean? Shout out to them niggas out there. They put me onto a lot of this cooking shit, bro. Word. All right. Boom, we got our little pickles joints right there. You know what I mean? That's cooked right there. We done with that. Now, what we got next? We got, you fuck with these, you said? A little bit. Look,
fuck with these, though.
You fuck with those. Hey, come on, those are the classics. I'm gonna show you how to fry.
Yeah, you gotta put me on.
I'm gonna show you how to fry this without no oil.
Oh, shit.
I'm gonna show you how to fry this shit without no oil. Boom, right? Boom. Break them down, not too small. Not too small. Yo, Cut, I want you to get this shot right here real quick. You wanna get this right here? I'm about to fry this bitch. Yo, I'm the motherfucking Hoffa, nigga.
Bro, what the hell?
Frying some food on guard, nigga.
Yo, that shit is sizzling. That shit is sizzling right now,
man.
yo.
I'm trying to tell you, young blood. Right, you know I got these
Yo,
from the
I
state.
didn't even know that was possible. Like,
Yeah, nah, they don't. Got this shit from state, nigga. Don't let nobody use my shit. So hold on to that spoon right there. That's a motherfucking spoon fork. You know what I mean? That's a spoon fork. You don't even know what that is. I just found out what that shit was. Right? So we're gonna get rid of this right here. We're gonna get rid of that right there.
Yo, that shit just blew my mind, bro.
Yo, so now if you don't have cheese, nigga, you got cheese, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You don't got cheese, but now you got cheese. You know what I'm saying? So now we're gonna go right here with it. Matter of fact, you know what? I'm gonna even do one better.
Hit the puffs with the water?
Yeah, now we got cheese, nigga. Now we got cheese.
Yo. My mind is blown right now.
Yeah, now you got cheese.
Like, this is the most innovative shit I've ever seen in my life.
But this is the shit that you're forced to do.
Yeah,
because
like,
I'd rather
crazy.
go to fucking Burger King or something. I'd rather go to the juice bar and get something. You know what I mean? I'd rather go to Whole Foods. I'd rather eat some salmon. But when I can't do that, I'm forced to motherfucking use these.
It's like, it's crazy, but like you could put your mind to come up with when you're in those situations.
Exactly.
Like,
you have to figure out a way to get through it. You know what I mean? I probably could have crushed these up a little bit before, but you know. Motherfuckers gave me some hooch today. Nigga made this shit in the motherfucking, in the shower. You know what I mean? He had fruits. Yeah, but watch. Now when it turns into cheese though. Now when it turns into cheese, it's gonna be the whole different vibe. Now you see how I mash it up.
There's some consistency in
So
there.
consistency, yeah. When you don't see the consistency, you're thrown off by it.
Word.
All right? So now we're gonna do this last joint right here. Shout out to motherfucking Flaming Hot Cheetos. This is my shit.
The buster
So
right
what we're
there.
gonna do right here is we're gonna pop a little hole so it don't air out. So it don't blow up. Boom. Now it's crushed up, right? So now we're gonna do something real smooth. All right, got my shit right here. Put this over there, young brother. Put that right over there too. This over there. Yeah. So now what we're gonna do is motherfucking open up this joint right here.
Oh,
We got
brick.
a motherfucking brick. We got a brick right there.
Yo, this shit is crazy.
Got a brick right there. So now, we're gonna pop this brick open right here. You know what I mean?
This shit looks so crazy.
Oh.
Full course meal.
Yo, we gonna make something out of nothing.
Woo! Yeah, my shit came out. That's a
That's a motherfucking brick, nigga.
That's a brick right there. Oh,
Yeah.
That shit even got a heat burn on it.
You heard? That shit got a heat burn.
That's the spice. That's the spice.
That shit was like it was cooked.
Yeah.
Yo,
All right,
that
boom.
got it.
So now we have the brick right here, fresh out the motherfucking oven. You know what I mean?
Word.
Now we can mix it up with some of this. You want a little bonbon to this shit right here. Boom. We're gonna add to this right here. You know what I mean? Now, here, grab that fork, spread it out a little bit. Spread this bitch out a little something. You know what I mean? Catch all the little corners of it. Y'all seeing what we're doing, right? Right, America behind bars? Boom. And we got this out the way. And, you know, cleanliness is next to godliness. So, you know, you got to make sure you keep your area clean. That's the one thing about a motherfucking cook. Keep your area clean. How we looking over there, Noah?
Pretty good, man.
All right, boom. We're going to whip these bitches around. Y'all see the whip game proper? Whip. Bang, bang. All right, that's still working. We're going to add a few little pickles right here. Well, we're going to do pickles on one and no pickles on the other. Not everybody fuck with the pickles.
Yeah, I don't want too much.
Boom. And then we're going to add some of these joints right here. You fuck with, who don't fuck with it? How many people?
I don't know how.
All right. No, all right. How about the pork rinds?
I fuck with the pork rinds.
You fuck with the pork rinds?
Yeah.
Everybody good?
Yeah. Yo, this is crazy.
Yeah, the pork rinds. You want cheese on this one or just cheese on one?
Cheese on one.
Cheese on one, boom. Whip this bitch up right there. Right there. Yeah, I see that right there. Right there. Come on, we're whipping it, nigga.
Yo, that shit looks crazy.
Whipping it, nigga. While y'all bullshitting, y'all niggas tucked in your motherfucking cell, nigga. Motherfucking getting money in there, nigga. I got some shit I'm whipping up, nigga. Fuck with me.
Oh, yeah.
Look, got excited, saw some color.
Yeah,
he saw the homies come in. He said, oh shit, what's banging?
Yeah.
Now we're gonna do my favorite motherfucking part. The eye sauce,
Oh,
bro.
yeah, word.
The eye sauce is something else, bro. Make sure you mix that shit up right there. Oh my God, look, come on, let's get color. Oh shit! Look, he getting designer with it. Designer. Designer with it, bro.
Good as hell.
That nigga designer with it. Come on. Bang. Oh. Let's get some more in there. Damn,
Yo,
son.
This shit look like something you get at the carnival or something.
Come on, man. Why you bullshitting? You ready, my nigga?
I am.
Hey, yo. I appreciate you coming
This
through.
is fire.
I appreciate Pop Dukes, motherfucking Tito Grahamz. You know, every night is Grammy night, nigga. Every night is Grammy night, nigga. You about to eat? Come on, let's try this shit out.
That should look like some shit.
It look like something for real. Like it look like something.
Yo, the chef up north,
You need
man.
taco meat on that. You lit.
Oh man, I got wild taco meat downstairs,
The
bro.
chef up north, man.
Yo, all right, let me. Matter of fact, I'm gonna add a little pickle juice in that shit. Right?
He said, "Well, that's
the hot
wild."
side. I'm on that side.
Go ahead, good.
I need the less hot
I
side.
set it up so niggas leave me alone.
Cut it.
He's like, oh my God.
Shit, crazy.
All right, we rocking? Yo, listen, hold on. Before you rock, look. Motherfucker, get a little, you know what I mean? Nah, you can just eat over the tray however you want to do it. You know what I'm saying? We can eat right out of this shit right here. But you know what I mean? I just eat over my tray. Hey, yo, salute, my nigga.
You ready? Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Put it right on your tray.
Oh, look.
Drop it.
My shit fell. Yeah.
How do you do it? This shit rocking. Why you bullshitting?
Yeah.
Why you bullshitting?
Yeah. That's why we call him the chef up north, nigga.
No.
What do you think? You think I want to eat this shit for fun?
They said I would have got left up north, but I was the chef up north. That shit rocking, bro.
Yo, this shit is good as hell, bro. I'm not even.
Why you bullshitting? Everybody bullshitting, shit rocking, nigga, shit banging, nigga. I put my foot, yo, rock.
Wait, man,
Yo, Bunky.
Yo, chill, bro.
Yo, I keep dropping my shit.
Yo, Bunky, get in there. Yo, Tito, you gonna eat something, nigga?
Nah, I'm good.
Ah, nigga, you eating the lunch food.
Way out of jail.
You eating 3 meals in the cot.
You good on that? I'm straight, man. No, that's not for me, you heard?
Yo.
Hey, some people do, some people don't.
I'm a freaky eater,
Some people
man.
will, some people won't.
And there you go.
That shit look amazing, though. I ain't gonna lie.
We got another motherfucking segment.
Ah.
We cooking now. Now we cooking. Let's get with it.
Look like rice,
sign us out, yo.
From over here, that look like rice, tomatoes,
Yo.
chicken.
Sign us out.
All right.
So the next one, ready? 3, 2, right?
My nigga, I want to thank you so much.
Yo.
I talk with my mouth open. But I want to thank you so much, Tito.
Thank
Man,
you.
every night is Grammy night,
You
bro.
already know.
Noah, thank you so much for pulling up. Me and RocTheBlock, we appreciate y'all coming through. These are, from past, present, and future. You know what I mean? This is the face of Hudson County, the face of hip hop, the face of East Coast, the face of generational wealth. This is the face of father and son. You know what I mean? And we thank y'all for coming through. Crooking, nigga. We crooking, baby. Hey. God damn. Man. That brick, boy, that brick come out the oven like it started smoking. You hear me? Bang, bang. But yo, you know what we getting into right now, man. It's called Thuggin' and Buggin'. And this is some videos that we show y'all. Some shit that I find when I'm surfing the net home, flicking my toes. And it's some shit that I just find hilarious, man.
Laugh, you know what I mean?
Yo, but this is how some niggas act when they inside that motherfucking that interrogation room. You know what I'm saying? They just quick to talk all this shit, man.
You can walk out here right now. You don't gotta be here. They'll kill me. Or you know what they'll do to your ass in jail? They'll toss your motherfucking ass around, make you suck your own dick. Huh? What you wanna do, Tony? You wanna be in jail?
That's Tonio right there, right?
Huh?
Yeah.
While a big Jamaican nigga jerks off in the corner waiting for his turn?
Oh man, he finna tell. Look,
listen, you've been here 10
look, this
days.
nigga's mad
I've been here 10
machismo.
years, okay? You're a trainee, I'm a trainer. This is what I do.
Look, he's doing some Denzel shit.
All right.
Look. They got the baddie. Look, she tied her hair up. He knows his business.
Do you want some head?
Huh? What? What?
You want some
Thanks to the new informant, the Mexican authorities are calling this a war.
That nigga told on the whole cartel. That nigga, man. That's why, man. Listen, it's not worth it, man. It just ain't worth it, bro. And this is for a motherfucker who set himself up for failure. This is some shit where it's like a goofy nigga just talking way too much.
First. I told him to leave me the fuck alone. The nigga kept talking me crazy. This dude right there, I told him to leave me alone, man. He kept talking me crazy, and I punched his ass. I'm sorry.
This motherfucker just incarcerated himself.
He said he wasn't even here for you. He's like, what you talking about? This is a nigga talking way too damn much, man. And look, this is the motherfucking nigga who think he big, bad, goofy nigga. Look.
Can I see your pilot's license?
Hey, Batman.
I'm gonna need you to step out of
the car.
Thank you when you get home.
Shut your ass up, nigga. Shut your ass up. Look, you can't have no hood nigga being the police.
You want some Popeyes? I get some Popeyes. You want something?
They going to a fucking shooting. This nigga want to get some. This nigga want to get Popeyes.
If he gets shot, he's dead already.
He said he's dead already. Man, listen, that's why you can't, look, this nigga is charged up on 100. Look, got the big screen TV. He running, he out.
And he out running for TV in his hand.
Tripped up, nigga. He tripped up. You know, they rooting for the bad guy, man.
That's a crackhead. You ain't catching no crackhead.
Oh, bro. Mission passed.
You are not catching no crackhead.
Respect. You know what I'm saying? But hey, listen, that's what this kind of shit you got to go through. But you know, this is another one of my favorite segments, man.
Yeah,
you know, we shout out, you know, these beautiful women who are definitely from the area doing something with themselves, and we recommend, you know, to all you fellas out there that got peoples behind the wall, you know, send a picture, send a little picture. You know what I mean? They enjoy this shit. You know, it gives them a sense of freedom. You know what I'm saying? But this week we definitely want to shout out Catherine Nunez. You know what I mean? Kathy Red. She local. She from Hudson County. She been putting in work, doing a lot of music videos. You know what I mean? So y'all can go look her up. We're gonna add all the motherfucking links underneath. You know what I mean? So just right there. You see it?
I'm looking at it.
All right.
So right there, man, Catherine Nunez, man, you know, she's a beautiful model. She's doing her thing. And if, you know, y'all need her services for some modeling gigs, you know, y'all can contact her on the social media. And I'm sure that she'd be more than happy to work, you know, for some professional people. You know what I mean? But make sure you send your people pictures of these females that's locked up. You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to shoot a video.
Yeah, that's
Just
a fact.
us,
But, you know, going to like what we was talking about the whole show, man, you know, with the youth and people, you know, catching these charges, man. Shout out to my brother Devin Carmona, man. He out there in Texas. He in TDC right now. He's serving 50 years behind bars. You know, he for the Capital One murder, you know what I mean, at the age of 18.
Yeah.
So shout out to my man, my brother, you know, good young.
Hold your head,
you know
bro.
what I mean? You know, the story's a sad story, but you know, that's what happened. You know what I'm saying? So
Man, so we want to give a shout out to the young brother, Jaden Crandell from Hoffa, New Jersey.
Word.
Free the homie, Jaden.
Free the homie, man.
See you come home soon, you a young brother. You know, whatever the case may be, we hope to see you home soon, man. That's a fact, Jack. And you know, we about to close this thing out, man. Like, you got anything to say to the people, man?
Man, just, you know, be responsible for your actions, man. Stand up for the shit you believe in, and, you know what I'm saying? Just do right, man. Try to do right. I know it's hard, but we all been through hard shit, man.
Yeah.
That's what makes us stronger.
You know what they say, man. We ain't meant to survive because it's a setup, but even though you're fed up,
you gotta keep your head up. Peace.
Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. Ooh, child, things will get brighter.
JammedUp Journals.